Hello, and welcome to the Bel-E Scratch podcast. I'm your host, Bel-E.
And I am your co-host, Scratch.
And today, oh boy.
100.
100, apparently. We
That's
made
right.
it.
We made it.
Yes.
Woo!
Through,
100 episodes.
100 episodes. You know, made it through a fucking pandemic. Couple weddings. And a holiday.
At least one holiday.
And I made it through 3 jobs so far during the podcast, so.
Well, if that's not what a podcast is all about, I don't know what it is.
Even if this doesn't take off, this is a beautiful, beautiful milestone marker for myself and you.
Oh, it's,
because we can go back to listen to like episode 1 or 2 and just go, oh, damn.
My grandchildren can listen to it.
Exactly.
Mama, what was Paw about? And you can send them a link.
Exactly.
Ooh, that makes me lightheaded.
Oh yeah, drink more tea.
Yeah. So yeah, I am enormously happy that we are at this point.
Indeed.
You can, and I don't think it's just me.
Sure.
Even though, I think if you look back where we are in our lives now.
Sure.
Based on 12 months ago.
Yeah.
Based on 24 months ago.
Yeah, definitely. For sure.
We are definitely further along, better off than we were
when we first started. Fuck yeah.
So
I'll attest to that.
I mean, that's the only thing that I believe. I mean, ultimately believe in is progress.
Of course.
You know, even if every time you, for every 3 steps forward, you take 2 steps back. As long as you continue those 3 steps forward.
Yes.
Forward progress.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what's important, people.
Yes.
Okay.
Just get up. Get up off the ground.
Yeah, get up off the ground.
It's all right.
It doesn't have to be a sprint, because I'm telling you, regardless of what you think, you most of the time you're going to be crawling.
Mm-hmm.
And moving forward, regardless of whether it's running fast, sprinting, or crawling, as long as it's forward.
Progress isn't linear. Healing isn't linear.
Well,
yeah,
that's
it's not.
true.
Yeah, it's okay. It's more like it's a big spiral or whatever the hell Doctor Who said. Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff, because apparently, time is not a straight line. It's round. That's why clocks are round, or whatever the fuck they were smoking.
Oh wow! Yeah, it's round.
Yes, it's round.
It's a round spiral.
Yes, as opposed to an hexagonal spiral. But I'm just being an asshole right now.
Well, awesome.
All right. So, anyway.
You said you had something.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's much better. So,
I mean, I got something serious.
Serious for 100?
Yeah, that I could. I mean, I guess I could make a joke out of it.
Yeah, well, I say yes to that.
Let the tea wake me up a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, because I've been drinking. I'm like 1.5 steeps ahead of you, and you need to catch up. So, but this is actually.
How dare you top out before me?
Yeah. Yeah, it's called, I don't take 15 minutes to get ready.
Yeah, no, I wanted
Prima donna?
to...
That's me calling you a prima donna.
The word is diva, thank you.
I'm the diva.
Excuse me, Devo.
Anyway, so...
That's the masculine. Oh, yeah, what are they going to do about the pronouns?
What?
All these English pronouns. You understand that Spanish is intrinsically masculine and feminine?
Yeah, I remember that from high school.
How do you
know what?
restructure a
I
language
have no fucking idea.
that is
I am
without
not
any kind of male or female characteristics?
Here's the thing. First of all, I don't know. Second, I highly doubt that's going to go through.
No, it's not.
And number 3, that's not at all what I was about to get ready to say, so how dare you?
Go for it. Where are you going?
This was a mildly good segue into what I was about to say. All right, so I am currently growing up during the age of the loot boxes and the mystery boxes and all that other bullshit subscription stuff. And yeah, it's just a phase. I know in another 5 years it'll phase out, but
Loot boxes.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'm not familiar with the terminology.
It is a box,
Mr. Meat,
filled with random loot.
Oh, loot. L-O-O-T.
Yes, L-O-O-T.
I don't know. The first
box
thing was L-U-T-E. That's the first thing in my mind. Okay, loot box.
Yeah, I don't even know what that was either. So
I think a lute is like an instrument.
Yes, I know that. I'm just like, I don't know how you got from there to here, but that's okay. So
loot boxes.
Yeah,
L-O-O-T.
not the video game kind, just the real life, just a randomized. Basically, how a subscription box works is there's a subscription box that caters to your specific niche. So there was like Dollar Shave Club. I know you saw that.
Oh yeah.
That
yeah,
technically constitutes as a subscription box where you send them money and then like once a month or once every couple of months or however the hell they have the timing set up, based off of auto payment.
Right.
You get a subscription box with like the shit you
Okay.
said, hey,
All right.
give this to me every 3 or so months or whatever you have it set up as.
Early in the internet, the genesis of the internet, for me personally, it was a cigar club monthly.
Yeah,
thing,
that basically.
Bobby.
Yes,
Yeah.
essentially.
Okay.
So So basically, when you got onto this cigar subscription monthly, every month they send you, I'm assuming, like a small or decent-sized box of just random cigars.
Yeah, they'd send me about 5 or 6
That is
cigars
literally
every month,
what,
yeah.
yes, that's literally what a subscription box is, and it has picked up some high-octane momentum. But during the whole time, I'm just like, you know what? Nah. This is just a bunch of fluff. You know, it's eventually just going to create a huge pile of stuff that I have no place for. Because a lot of it was like, stuffed animals, clothing. The ones that made sense were like the foreign snack boxes. That was one I had thought about forgetting for years, just because I'm like, hey, what the fuck does candy in the Netherlands taste like?
Well,
that was the only one where I was like,
I used to work with
I want that.
Yeah, I used to work with a lady who had a son in the military.
Mm-hmm.
And he was over, I think it was South Korea.
Sure.
And you know, they have all these peculiar flavored Kit Kat.
Yes.
Over there. And she used to bring them into work sometime. And I'm like, Kit Kat taco sushi.
Exactly. Matcha flavored Kit Kat. Yeah, matcha flavored, peanut butter flavored.
Oh yeah, green tea flavored.
Red bean flavor. Oh, yeah. I love it.
The red bean is awesome. I don't know what it is about red beans.
I don't know what the fuck it is with their red beans.
Asian red beans, some kind of cultural thing.
It's delicious in a way that I can never truly describe.
Unbelievable. It was like, because you're looking at, you know, because we're used to chocolate and double chocolate and sour,
like it's so unnaturally sour. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have that type of our culinary.
It's very artificial.
It's extremely artificial.
Which,
I mean, that's why good food comes to America and dies. Comes to North America and dies.
Oh, I know that.
You know, because they dumb it down, they white it up. It's like these taco bars. It's down in the bougie part of our town here.
Which, honestly, it tastes...
Like, because they've taken all the flavor.
Yeah.
F-L-A-V-A, flavor. They've taken all the flavor out of it, trying to cast the biggest net. And they've destroyed the soul of
the food that they're...
Yeah. When, if they would just embrace... Yes. Continue to embrace the culture that created it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, every time people go to eat, I personally, as a gastronomic giant, I want to get popped in the chops every now and then. I want to bite into something and go, God damn, woo!
Yeah, you want a challenge every now and
well,
again.
I just want something that, is not, I don't want to, if I want to not chew something and swallow it down,
Sure.
I'll go to Mickey D's.
Oh, of course.
That's what that food is. Hey, think about it. You don't eat anything you go, and I'm not discounting them or minimalizing them. That's their application.
But it's the lowest common denominator.
But it's the lowest common denominator. You don't even have to chew it.
No.
You just put it in your mouth and hold it for a second or two.
Yeah, and just let your saliva do the work for you.
And just let your saliva do the work. What is it?
Just melts in your mouth.
Yeah, it just melts in your mouth.
Oh,
you
yeah.
have to chew it down.
But hence why it's the lowest common denominator.
You don't even have to move your jaw.
No.
It'll just slide right down.
But that's why,
yeah.
That's why you eat stuff that isn't the lowest common denominator. Build up that little palate of yours. God knows I love doing that.
Don't cry. Just take it.
What?
I'm just saying. I mean, just the flavor of it.
Yes.
Just take it.
I don't know.
Okay. I don't really like that.
I don't know. It just kind of
go home and
go home.
Go home and eat some hot dogs that you cooked in the coffee maker. Okay,
yeah,
that's
I know.
what I'm saying.
Exactly.
All right.
No, I get that. It kind of reminds me of that time I went up to the city up north to that tea shop of mine. Which here's the thing.
In the next province.
Yeah, in the next province. And here's the thing. I love the tea in that tea shop, but those people cannot fucking cook.
No.
Because there is not a single person in that kitchen that comes from a culture of seasoning in there.
No, you are absolutely correct.
No. And what I mean by it's not. And here's the thing: I say that's not a racial thing. Okay?
No, it isn't.
Because there's species of white people that actually put more than white salt and black pepper in their meals and call it a day.
Not on this continent.
Not on this continent. What, you mean around here, where our neck of the woods, where we put paprika and...
No.
I mean the country people. And put their spices in there.
Oh, well.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking. You're right. It's mostly urban.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And
for some reason, they just take all the flavor out of it, and I don't understand why.
And North America.
Yes.
Salt and pepper, and there's nothing wrong with salt and pepper.
Yes.
Okay.
But don't cook a whole rotisserie chicken with just those two.
There's like 6,000 spices in this on this planet. There's tens of thousands of spices in this planet.
Yeah.
Why would you limit yourself to 2?
And one's not even really a spice. It's a preservative.
It's a preservative.
Yeah, so technically 1. Because it doesn't give you any calories.
And there's like 168 varieties of that.
Yes.
Black pepper, red pepper, white pepper, green pepper, orange pepper.
All of it.
All of it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, why would you limit yourself?
I don't know. And it just kills me. And I go up to this tea shop, and I'm thinking, okay, what's the hype behind avocado toast? This was way before my obsession. This literally started my obsession with avocado toast. Because
wait a minute.
Yes?
Bel-E avocado toast, take 47.
Yes.
But it's good.
Yeah, it's good. But here's how I was introduced to it.
Right.
This is what I mean by these people have no idea how to cook beyond just the basic.
It's really sad.
Because what had happened was I ordered the avocado toast. They say, "Oh, it's going to take like 15 minutes because we got to." That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, it doesn't take me 15 minutes. Well, it might actually. If I had a bigger pan, it won't. But whatever. I'm not timing myself anyway. And I'm thinking,
so how long did it take?
It took 15 minutes, like they said.
Okay.
Yeah, no, they weren't bullshitting me. No. And it wasn't like the kitchen was backed up. It wasn't a weekend.
Expectations.
Yeah, exactly. So what had happened was I'm at my table. I'm drinking the tea I ordered. I don't know, like I ordered probably oolong because that's usually my go-to.
Right.
And then they bring it out on a plate. It was like nice porcelain, handcrafted plate because of fucking course it is. And it's apparently gluten-free bread that was lightly toasted with something.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it was vegan butter. If I had to give it a name.
There is no such thing as vegan butter.
Bullshit, there is, motherfucker.
No, that's what they call it.
Yeah, I know that's what they call it, but I don't know.
What the hell is it?
I fucking find out
Exactly.
some tofu bullshit.
Some tofu bullshit.
Look, I'm not disrespecting the vegans, but you gotta pick another name for certain items, okay?
Like what Rogan says, you gotta make your mouth make another sound.
Yeah, which, here's the thing, I may not agree with him on everything, but holy shit, that is correct.
That is the entirety of that culture. All they do was want to grab onto something that already exists and take the positive connotation based on what somebody else did and infuse whatever it is they're involved in with that influence.
Hell if I know.
Why don't you just make another word?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Creative bankruptcy? Fuck if I know.
Creative bankruptcy. I like that.
I don't know. So.
Write that down. Creative bankruptcy.
I need to make a new one of these anyway.
We have lots of t-shirts.
I know.
Gotta figure out what to do with creative bankruptcy.
Creative.
I gotta go over that too because I gotta start making t-shirts.
Bankruptcy.
Yeah.
All right.
Get your own shit, people.
What?
Get your own shit, people.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. But anyway, vegan butter.
So.
Whatever that is.
I don't know. So, and on top of that was a beautifully laid, thinly sliced half of an avocado against this pretty big fucking piece of bread. I'm not gonna lie. It was a lot.
Yeah.
For a place like this, I might add, which ain't saying much. So, but the thing is, they only put salt, black pepper, and I think like a twist of lime, and that was it.
Okay.
And I'm eating it going, it's not terrible.
No.
But it sucks. And I'm in this place. I'm not angry because honestly and truly, I was more disappointed, and I'm just going, I don't know why I expected anything different from the folks that have moved in and taken over this place. I really don't know what I was expecting other than this. So.
Right. I mean, I
was sitting there. I guess the feeling that swept over me was the same feeling that you get every time you go into a steakhouse and order something from them.
Oh, yeah.
I can do this better at my house.
At my house.
At my own
house. My house.
Yes.
Okay. And
that was exactly the thought that came to me when I first bit into that avocado toast. I did finish it. It wasn't inedible. It just wasn't seasoned. Which some people might go, well, you can't put all that seasoned avocado stuff. Fuck you, Karen.
Yeah, Karen. Shut up, Karen.
Yeah, no. Karen, no. Not Karen. Karen's like too old.
Culinary dietary contrarians.
Yeah, whatever. Culinary contrarians.
Whatever. Shut the up.
I don't care.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you.
So then I went home and, developed my own recipe, which I'm not sharing.
I mean, I enjoy eating out. I do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it gives me a day
But if you
off.
make me go...
But if I can make something... I don't mean just slightly better.
Yeah.
I
mean
like,
a whole lot better.
I mean, like, your food tastes like the bottom of my left shoe, and my food tastes like Shangri-La.
Yeah.
I got a problem.
Indeed.
Okay. I should be working for you.
Yes.
I
could do a better job.
I can do a lot better job.
Yes.
I mean, I want people to bite into what I cook and go, damn, what the...
Oh, wow, what's that?
What's
exactly.
That? Woo! $10,000 plate.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you want the Brian Regan $10,000 plate reaction.
Yeah. I mean, if
fire up your taser.
Fire up your tasers, man.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I want.
That's
it's
fine, but
thing.
you take pride in it as a chef, like an actual chef, because you care.
Right.
It's not that I didn't care. I was just going, this is it.
Well, they build up the expectation.
Sure, and here's the thing. It's a tea house. It's not a restaurante.
Yeah.
So there is a huge...
Yeah.
So
there
that's why I'm not...
Right.
That's why I'm not pounding them into the dirt over this. I'm just going, hey, I can cook this better.
This is not your emphasis.
This is not your emphasis.
Yeah,
That's why you had 4 or 5 meal items and a shit ton of tea options.
Right.
My mistake. So there's that.
Maybe I expected too much.
Maybe I expected. I'm willing to admit that.
Maybe they should put that in double bold print, double underlined, or bold print.
We are a tea house.
That hey, enjoy our side menu items.
Exactly.
But don't expect too much.
Whatever. So this is a perfect segue.
Because these are people that eat stuff out of plastic bags from Starbucks.
Oh, I know that.
So how advanced could their palate possibly be?
Fuck if I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I don't mean to knock them. I'm just saying, if you're going to pay all that money for something,
you might as well.
You might as well enjoy it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, but I don't know. Sometimes people do weird stuff out for the sake of appearances, as I have learned.
that is exactly. You have just hit the nail on the head.
God knows I wish I don't.
Okay. It is their involvement with something that some brand name produces.
Yeah.
And it's
a reputation buff.
It's the reputation buff. It's this brand name thing that gives it its social power.
Oh, yeah.
But it tastes like crap. Mm-hmm. And that's what drives me bananas.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't mind paying good money for good food because I have laid down some serious cash for some seriously bad food, and that makes me want to get up and start swinging.
Yes, I look forward to your scathing review of Dorsia any day now. You know where that comes from.
Dorsia.
Okay. It's American Psycho. You never watched that?
Is that the restaurant they're in?
It's the restaurant everyone's trying to get in.
That one. Oh, okay. No.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know the name of it.
No, yeah, Dorsia.
Okay.
No, for some reason, American Psycho just had a huge comeback, and I am scared for my life.
Oh, really?
Yes, and I am scared for my life.
But if anybody understands it, you do.
Unfortunately.
And more so than me, anyway.
Indeed.
Thank you.
No,
I like that tea.
Thank you.
It really wakes me up without wiring me, and
that's why I have it. Which, getting back to what I was trying to say at the beginning, shut the fuck up. Let me tell the story.
Tell it.
The subscription box, my first ever subscription box.
Yeah. Slurp.
Yes. Is a tea subscription box.
Oh.
For this exact type of tea.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me that you're about to start receiving tea in the mail?
Yes.
Do we have room for it?
You remember when I told you about... You remember I showed you the videos of the guy who initially I had found on TikTok who's talking about this gong fu tea style?
Yeah.
And he apparently at some point a couple years back created a tea selling website that sells more authentic slabs of Chinese tea.
Slabs is a good word.
Yes, because you've seen those damn tea cakes I've gotten there.
Yeah.
So he put together a subscription box, and it's going to be 1 box per season.
So he's got like a monetized link on his videos?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I decided, hey, I like this anyway, so I'm going to put money down towards it. Yeah!
Yay!
Because I love this tea.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, you get it.
Awesome.
Yeah, the one morning I went to the gym, someone had completely no-showed me and didn't say anything, so he's going to suffer tomorrow. And I just spent the whole hour drinking tea. Because I had nothing else better to do.
Awesome.
Nothing except listen to my boss whinge. I think I'm starting to get used to it now because I'm starting to learn repeating patterns and tricks.
Repeating patterns.
Yeah, lots of repeating patterns.
Yeah. The frustrating thing about repeating patterns is, number one, how come you can't see this?
Uh-huh.
And I can.
Mm-hmm.
And number two, it's the definition of insanity.
Yes.
You keep doing the same thing and
over and over and over. Yeah.
And expect different results.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be
No, you're not trying to be.
I'm not.
No, you're not trying to be an asshole.
No, I'm not.
It's literally you're looking at it
I'm
going,
like,
"Hey, what is that?" Asking a question, and then it's like, "What are you talking about?"
What I've learned is
I'm not hitting myself in the face.
No, but yeah.
And you're like, bro.
People are like, I want something different. Do you
truly want something different?
Do you truly want something different? You're going to have to change your approach.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Change your ways.
The recipe you're following clearly isn't working.
Mm-hmm.
So and it's not a matter of criticism.
Sure.
It isn't. Okay. I'm just saying. Okay. Some people write with their left hand. Some people write with their right hand.
Sure.
What are you trying to accomplish here? Mm. Do you really want a better way? Because if you really want a better way, if you are sick, you're absolutely sick and tired of the results you keep getting, then why do you argue against changing your approach?
I don't know.
Are you not willing to accept that maybe you were... It's not a matter of being wrong.
Sure.
It's a matter of fine-tuning what you're involved in.
I suppose some people, they just don't have the ability to have perspective like that.
I would rather be...
I'm not, not trying to be a jerk. It's literally like, why are you punching yourself in the face? What do you mean I'm punching myself in the face? It's like, I don't know how to explain this.
If you keep doing the same thing, expecting different results to get the same results...
That's literally insanity.
That makes you a fool.
Indeed.
I would rather be mistaken than be a fool.
Oh, I know that.
I would rather people go, oh, hey... And, and there always going to be some ass in the back going, oh, hey, we told you that wouldn't work. Well,
of course.
Fuck them.
Yes.
Okay. What you should be interested in is...
Going back to the little progress speech you were talking about, 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. At least you're moving.
At least you're moving in a positive direction.
Indeed.
And so what? So what?
I don't know.
What's more important? Is progress? Because if your reputation can't take a small hit, you're in trouble.
That's kind of why I'm very anxious. I'm not very anxious over my job. I'm just a little... I shouldn't say anxious.
Well,
I'm more or less ready. You know what I mean? Because if I've already talked about my boss. She, got kicked to the curb. Her son offered to have her move into his apartment while his family was gone, for a couple months, which, good on him. She doesn't want to do that and is doing her absolute best to secure something by the time she gets kicked out.
Okay.
Which I'm like, okay.
Is that an ego thing?
I'm assuming the answer is yes, because
our ego
I don't know. Because here's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about, okay, your son offered you rent free, utility bill free,
right?
Just replace the fucking groceries.
He's basically saying
he's giving her a free ride.
Build up a nest egg to go do something else.
To go do something else for 2-3 months. Which she makes a shit ton of money, that most of it apparently is going towards other things.
Is it her ego that won't let her do it?
I have to assume that.
Yeah, because what else is there?
Exactly.
Because it makes perfect, within the realm of economics and physical sensibility.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I've not been super attached to the job, is because I understand how niche it is to have a personal trainer.
Right.
Even if you're able to get one at dirt cheap.
Whatever that is.
Whatever that is. Which, funny thing is, I know what that is. Yeah, that's the funny thing about that.
Yeah.
Even if you get one for dirt cheap, you have to take minimum hour, definitely an hour, and an hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours out of your day going to the gym, working out for an hour, and then going away from the gym, is somewhere in the time span of like an hour, half, and so on. However long it takes you to get there.
Sure.
And that's a lot of time out of someone's day.
It is.
It's worth it, in my opinion, but of course I am biased.
Well, I mean, there is different levels of application based on
I'm just saying,
much people make.
Well, of course, but I'm just saying that it can only be sustainable for so long unless you're just legendary, like the guy that started my damn gym. They'll put him in the ground before he stops the ability to make money as a personal trainer.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, like people know who he is.
I don't say that to brandish him as noble.
No.
I mean, honestly,
no, from what I hear, it's quite the opposite. But
he doesn't know any other way.
Exactly.
That's how he does what he does.
That's fine.
And that's fine.
There's nothing wrong with
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
So, I understand how niche it is, unless you're that level legendary.
I mean, it's just like buying. It's just like the reason that I'm not sitting on a beach in Mexico because I didn't invent the pool noodle.
Exactly.
Okay. Mm-hmm. It doesn't take a great idea to make you rich. It takes people with disposable income.
Exactly.
And that's what you have to tap into, that population, to do what you do.
Oh, I know.
And train people.
Oh, of course.
As long as you understand that.
Oh, yeah, I do. Tap into where the rich people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
people
like
with
between
disposable
selling people a car and selling people a yacht.
Exactly.
Some people have enough money to buy a car. Some people have enough money to buy a yacht. You just pick one.
Yeah, just pick one.
Which one are you going to sell?
Exactly.
That's all it is.
Yeah, it's either 20 cars a month or one yacht a month.
Or one yacht.
You got to pick one.
You got to pick one.
Yeah,
okay.
I apparently picked the one yacht a month job, for lack of a better explanation.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
Somebody's gonna do it.
Somebody's gonna do it.
Why not you?
Yeah, why not me?
Exactly.
And I definitely feel like I have struck gold on that front, because I'm now in the process of, okay, so my initial discount for a lot of people, just to kind of get them in the door so I can have experience, so I can have money, it's slowly starting to shrink and to go away to the point where I rarely go any higher than 15% off of a package. Most of the time, if it's like...
Yeah.
If someone...
Exactly.
Yeah, if I... like, here's an example, and you can call this shiesty, I really don't care. All the trainers do this. Shut up. This is some insider trade secret bullshit. What?
Shiesty.
Yeah, shiesty.
Stop saying stuff like that.
Why?
Because the people that pay you you're not robbing them of anything.
No, I'm not.
You're adding value
but here's
life.
the problem. I have to convince them that I'm not, because people don't initially see the value of it.
Well, they just don't want to.
I know, exactly. So I have to kind of tiptoe them over the line.
Right.
Because, look, I've had the people who were like, shut up, take my money, train me. And I've had the people who I've had to, almost pull fucking teeth to get a single dollar out of them. And I don't like training those people.
No, it don't.
And I don't. That's why I'm like, oh, okay, if I like you, if I'm like, oh, I think I can make a difference, or I like you, you can actually, you give me feedback on anything I do.
Oh, yeah.
I'll say, hey, 10% discount on me.
Yeah.
To get you, it's like, hey, I like you. You look like you would work hard. I'm going to give you 10% off.
Yeah, this is what the price is.
Since you're for your first time. Yeah, this is what the price is.
And if you don't want to pay this,
then go somewhere else.
You're going to have to go somewhere else.
Yeah, and the people that I don't care for, who I know is going to be like pulling teeth training, I know is going to give me no feedback. I give them the full price. I'll just be like, yeah, this is the price listing.
Well, here's the thing.
And that's it.
You happen to be associated with a training style of an established champion.
Exactly.
So that's how you sell it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you want to train in a system created by somebody whose name you don't know, whose name has not been in and out of the news for the last 40 years, then by all means,
go somewhere else.
With my blessing,
yes,
go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Because obviously you can't afford this.
Exactly. Oh, no. And sometimes I do.
This is the price of this style of training.
This style of training is established. Yes.
Okay. I can pull up article. Oh my God! I used to read.
There's articles on the walls. You've been in there.
I read about him hundreds of articles.
Oh yeah,
possibly thousands of articles of his training.
And the fact that we're a stone throws away from not just his neck of the woods, but just one of his gyms, and I work there now.
And it's like okay, that's okay, and that's what you have to do with people. You have to say, okay, I'm not telling you that you're not worthy of this.
Yes, but this is the price.
This is the price of training at this level.
Yes.
It's just like the difference between going to some BFE grocery store versus the bougie food grocery store that you go shop at. That's what the difference is. That's what the difference is. It's all organic.
Yes.
Okay. They make a lot less. There's less chemicals, which means you'll live longer and it won't kill you as quick.
Yes.
Okay. That's
I have started to notice a big fucking difference.
It is.
Yeah. Okay. Bizarrely enough.
Because you can't out cheap someone.
No.
Okay. With Wally World, so far as buying food and then buying things on bulk and offering a discount rate.
Yeah.
You can't push that.
No.
Okay. You cannot push, oh, hey, I can train. And they're like, well, what about these people over here that can train me for half this price? And you say, okay.
Go see them.
Go see them.
Yeah, I know. It's
been nice meeting you.
Go see Mr. $25 an hour.
Right, and I wish you all the best. And I hope you find what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Next,
exactly.
Yeah, that's the attitude you have to be, because that's true. That's legit. You're not playing.
No.
Because that's true. You have access to knowledge that those people do not have. They just don't.
Oh, I know. Because I see the difference now.
That's awesome.
No, I get that. I get it.
Cool.
No, not a big deal. Ugh. I was going to say something, and then you just kind of...
I'm sorry.
It wasn't tea related. Yeah, I know.
Buzz Killington.
Blah.
Blah.
Christ. Let's see. This past week for me has just been kind of rough because I've just had a ton of consultations, like back-to-back type stuff, and it is just I always hate doing them because, number one, I don't like meeting new people sometimes, especially if I'm on the clock, if I'm like being pent up, like I'm I'm trying to restrain myself.
If I'm in the mood for it.
Yeah, exactly. I have to be in the mood to talk to new people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not just that. I'm not that type of person that can just go casually strolling and make 5 friends that day. It's like, no.
And
I don't wanna.
Good luck
to those people.
To those people that can.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just not wired that way.
Oh, I know. This is why that has to just be part of my makeup. And I am trying my best to get around it, but to a point.
Tough.
Because, it's like, I don't like going out seeking new clients, like, on my own. I'm like, I don't like doing this.
Yeah.
I feel fake, even though it's my job and I know a lot. Too. But at the same time, it's like, I don't want to do this.
Why am I having to massage you into accepting something that it's the reason you're here for in the first place?
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean?
I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't understand
Why
either.
Are you here? Mm-hmm. If you truly are
if you want to come here, yeah, exactly.
You're truly pushing back on me. Why did you even come in the front door?
Exactly,
anyway?
And it's
that's the way I am.
Because it's just a pain in the ass.
I don't
honestly,
want anything
truly.
to do with your process. I'm not even going to walk in the door.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's just a pain in the ass because I got to meet these new people. I got to figure out, like, oh, you need to gain muscle. You need to lose fat. You need to do this. And it's like, okay, no problem. Then the people who come in and, like, the firefighter.
Oh, yeah.
I hurt his fucking feelings. I just know it.
Did you?
Must have.
All right. Because
here's the thing. This is what he comes in telling me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Here's what happened. He scheduled it. I'm going to admit this on the air because I don't think anyone knows who the fuck we are just yet. But at this particular time, my gym, it is me and my boss working there.
Right.
And that's it. The extra people on the Rogues Gallery, as I call it, the trainer Rogues Gallery.
Yeah.
For one reason or another, they aren't here anymore, and I very much doubt that they're coming back. So it's a sham.
Based on that perspective.
But here's the thing. If someone specifically wants a guy trainer, we can't do that. But for some reason, they have the other two guy trainers who aren't there anymore plastered on the website so people can, in fact, book something with them. But they talk to me instead. And I'm thinking, this is not what anybody signed up for.
How do you sell that?
Exactly.
They were killed over in Bosnia.
Yeah. No, I'm just like, first of all, it's a waste.
He has a widow and 3 kids.
Yeah, first of all, it's a waste of everybody's time, because here's the thing. I get that there's some people, they just need a guy trainer for one reason or another. It doesn't hurt my feelings. It's not an egotistical thing. Some people are just wired that way.
That is true.
Some people want to make it personal.
You have dealt with cultures,
yes,
that will not listen to women.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why I'm like, that's perfectly fine.
I don't agree with it, but I understand where it comes from.
I likewise. Right. So when these folk come in and they're like, I want a guy trainer, where's the guy trainer? And it's me at the door going, yeah, he didn't show up, because that's literally what I was told to say, which isn't wrong, I guess, but damn.
Technically, that is true.
I know, but it doesn't make me feel any less like I'm involved in some sort of Ponzi scheme or some bullshit like that.
Well,
so like a front, you know what I mean?
What is that? What is it? Bait and switch?
Like a bait and switch. I'm like, I still feel like we're conning people in a way.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the firefighter shows up.
Well, I'm going to tell you something, and just from personal observation, I know I have a personal bias.
Of course.
Anybody that wouldn't want to be trained by you doesn't deserve anybody else.
Oh, I know.
You are knowledgeable. You are dedicated. You are intent on achieving results. You can instruct people on many different things that don't have anything to do with what's going on in that gym.
Indeed, I guess. So
I mean, you carry a card in your wallet that lists you with the North American Law Enforcement Division.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
Yes, okay.
So you have paid the price to know what you know.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, I'm not against that. I'm just going like, they want a guy trainer, but we can't do. Okay, because here's the thing: if they don't sign up, then they can just say, "Oh, I thought I was going to get a girl trainer," and I'm like, "Well, I wasted an hour and a half of my life because this motherfucker."
No, it's just practice.
I know it's practice, but at the same time, it's like, I'm not getting paid for this.
If they want what you are selling,
they'll come back. I know. I'm aware of that.
It doesn't matter what that person's
I know, and I'm very thankful for the people who don't dictates. And I'm very thankful for the people who don't come back, because then that's like, I guess that's one person that I am not, they don't need to see me on this path, I guess, if you want to chalk it up to that.
Right.
So no, the firefighter, he literally comes in and he's like, I need someone to keep me what is the word? keep them on track, hold them accountable, that's it. You just need someone to hold them accountable to take through the workout, which that's not a problem.
No.
That's easy for me. I just throw you some crazy shit at you, like once, twice a week just to make sure you don't go out of shape.
Okay,
that's fine.
there's the aspect of your boss running into people out in public eating something they shouldn't eat.
Uh-huh.
There's that application right there.
Oh, I know
what
that.
What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Put that down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't care if you're paid for it or not. Throw it in the trash. Leave it on your plate.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I don't do that.
I know.
Because I'm not their mother.
Well, maybe they're paying you to be.
No.
Is that possible?
I refuse. No.
Do you think that is
No. There is an exact scenario where this actually gets brought up, and I wish I just laid these people out for it. But anyway, I'll get to that next. So the firefighter, I whip his ass. Because any person that walks into that gym and easily does 80-pound leg extensions deserves to be destroyed to his very atoms, or her very atoms.
Yeah.
So, the 80-pound leg extensions for him was easy, with like 15 reps. I'm like, oh, okay. And I had to do the trainer equivalent of beating him over the head with a stick until he stopped moving. Like, I threw...
Well, that's where you... I
threw some crazy shit at him.
That's how you learn where their limits are.
Exactly. No, that's exactly what the consultation workout is for. It's literally a stress test, which I have to explain to people.
If you would have came at me in my prime,
Oh, yeah, no, I'm aware of that.
I mean, I have been pushed... it's like, nobody's going to take me down, damn it.
Yeah, I know.
And then all of a sudden, I pushed him to the point where they put me through such a strenuous workout that I had to take a nap in my car before I could drive home.
Yeah, exactly.
But
some people, that's just how it be.
But I would never tell them that.
Oh, I know that.
I'm a man!
Yeah, you say that as you're passed out in your car in the parking lot. So that's what I had to rough this guy up because that's just the type of person this guy was.
Well, if that's what he needs, then
yeah, exactly. And yes, I flirted with him.
Well, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, why wouldn't I?
You're in the same age range.
Oh, actually, I was.
Yeah.
Bizarrely enough, but no, it was like
there's a tremendous number of firemen calendars out there.
Yeah, I know. I don't order them for specific reasons. Anyway. Oh, that would have been the last deep anyway. So what had happened was, as soon as he sees the price, and I'm like, okay, this is the first responders discount, which we do have.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, I gotta go home and look at my bill, see if I can, fit this in.
Sure.
So I'm like, okay, sure. Yeah, no problem. Walk him out the door, because I always walk people out the door.
And then lock it.
Lock it. I'm smiling, because I know how to do that now.
Cool.
And I'm like, yeah, that motherfucker ain't coming back. Bitch.
Well,
So I'm like, okay, you wanted someone accountable, but you weren't willing to pay the price for it.
Well, that's why there's so many ding-dang diet systems, diet pills.
Yeah, people want a shortcut.
People want the silver bullet.
Oh, I know that.
They don't realize that they're going to have to suffer.
Oh, yeah, in many ways.
To get healthy, to stay healthy.
No, I've told.
To get out of
I have told many of my clients, when I train you and you're going through a very difficult workout, remember this. Because a lot of times the whole thing about, cussing out the trainer comes up occasionally. I'm like,
okay.
And I'm like, I literally just go, okay. And I say to them, when I put you through a difficult workout, I want you to remember two things. Number one, it's not personal. Number two, it's not me being malicious.
Oh, absolutely. Because if I want to break you, I'll break you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's not hard.
You know why you're here? Because I know something you don't.
Indeed.
And there's different levels of that. And if I want to break you and make you look like a... See,
Oh yeah, I know.
I can do it.
I know.
Okay, and I don't offer that information out to people.
No.
I think it's intrinsic in the exchange.
Sure.
You should know, because I would want a trainer that had the ability to go, you know what? If you really want to talk to God,
yeah,
you just tell me, and I'll introduce you.
Oh yeah,
okay.
Exactly. No, I
know
how to do that now.
Right.
Yeah. So no, it's not anything of pride. It's not anything of ego. It's just hey.
Yeah, it's not a contest.
It's not a contest. This is literally my job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
So, it's not personal, but anyway, the whole thing about what I mentioned earlier with oh yeah, like my boss, she'll like go and she'll like smack people who are eating ice cream, like her clients on the street. Fucking street. Here's the thing. Something happened earlier yesterday, 2 days ago actually. So And I had recently acquired a young woman on my payroll. She is she's late teens, early 20s.
Wow.
Very plump, like about 3-4 inches shorter than me. She's got a bunch of tattoos, mostly anime tattoos. She explicitly told me she was very insecure about her weight and she wanted to fix that. And I said, hey, you're in the right place, you know. And I'm not going to make fun of her because of how she looks, because why the fuck would I do that?
That's what I do.
Yes, this is what I do. And I said,
oh my God, as being a nurse for 30 years, if all I did was point fingers and laugh at people that did dumb shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I would have been unemployed 28 years ago.
Indeed. So... Hey, it's fine.
It's not about that.
But here's the thing. She comes in, she's got all these anime tattoos. She has like a spiderweb nose ring and whatnot, which my boss, being who she is, she's not super happy. Actually, she's never happy.
Never happy.
I'm going to kick her ass.
Seriously, are you ever happy?
I'm gonna beat her ass.
What are you doing with your life if you're never happy? You know.
I often ponder that question about myself, or whatever the fuck. I am. Oh no. I'm gonna share this on the air for the 100th episode. I'm gonna make it come true.
Epiphany.
I'm gonna speak this into existence so everybody fucking hears it and it comes true.
It will.
Anyway, I'm gonna, remind me. So, this young woman, she's very meek. She's very mild. She's not a troublemaker. She has a bunch of fucking anime tattoos on her. Like Devilman Crybaby, Castlevania, Demon Slayer. Shit that I've watched and I like. Right. Like her and we connect over anime because I like fucking anime too. I like Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
I want those fucking flag earrings too, and I will acquire them one day. Right. Anyway, so my boss doesn't like her. And my epiphany was that anytime I brought someone to the gym who maybe had her hair dyed a certain way, maybe came in wearing one too many pieces of jewelry in the ears or face,
right,
had non-status quo tattoos on their body.
You mean like a skull with a dagger in it?
I mean something that's not patriotic or military related or ceremonial, ornamental, memorial.
Related to a Harley Davidson motorcycle.
Yeah. What I mean by that. She never seems to be happy when I bring them in there. Like people that I've brought in there from one of my friends from dance class. She had, like, when she came in, it's like, she had some of the...
that's a generational thing.
Oh, I know it's a generational thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, except the thing is that this friend of mine is, like, I don't know. No, that's not going to count because that's definitely a generational thing. This friend of mine, when I first brought her in here, like, half her head, she had, like, a shaved cut half her head because it was the middle of fucking summer.
Right.
Blue stripe, like a dark blue, like a royal blue. It looked really cool as fuck. Like, here's the thing: people may not agree with the hair.
Oh, I mean,
but
it's
it was tasteful. I will say that.
There's an extremely hardcore anime influence.
Oh, of course, but it was tasteful. It was not
cosplay.
Oh yeah, of
There's a lot of
course.
that going on.
Oh yeah, and I don't mind, honestly, as long
It's
as
what
you.
it is.
Yeah.
I don't agree with it completely either.
Sure.
If that's what the style is, then that's what the
That's
style
just what the style is.
That's what the style is.
And that's what my epiphany was. She's just not happy if someone comes in there and they're not status quo. Because I distinctly remember there was like once or twice where I had to change at the gym into my civilian clothes to go somewhere. And it's, like the bell bottoms or the tie-dye shirt and all that stuff. And I just remember she closed up, her body language closed up, and I almost just got the cold shoulder as I was saying my farewell. And ever since then, I stopped. I waited till she was gone, or I got in my car and went somewhere else to swap clothes.
Right.
Because it made a big difference. And I noticed it, and I just realized it, and I'm like, God, what the fucking... So that's why I'm upset, because it's like, I'm gonna kick your ass. You disrespecting my friends like that.
Well, I mean, it's and I run into that too when I see
Yeah.
I personally don't understand why in my generation.
Sure.
Let's talk about bro and his chick. She's got a tattoo on her forearm.
She does?
Yes.
Where?
On her.
You know what? Actually, bad question, because I think
it's her left forearm.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't even think I have formally introduced myself to this person.
That's okay.
Which I'm like, it's not that I don't care. I
think she's going to be around. I think we're going to get to know her rather well.
Okay.
In my day, you didn't get a tattoo in an area that could not be covered by wearing a short sleeve shirt.
Sure. Oh, I know that.
Nope, and absolutely positive. That's when if I see somebody with a face tattoo.
Yeah, look. Here's the thing.
Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you got
a neck tattoo.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
Are you a drummer in a rock band? No. What do you do for a living? Oh, I work at a restaurant.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, bro.
All right.
No,
and I'm not.
I know.
And I don't recommend it regardless.
No.
Okay, it is a matter of personal taste. No, I don't believe in tattoos, and I have a very strong foundational. It doesn't have anything to do specifically. What you have to understand about the documents that are not necessarily positive on having tattoos. There are very good reasons why, when these documents were written,
yes,
tattoos usually meant that person was a slave.
No, I know.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
that's kind of how it got started. It was like it was just easier to identify. It was just an easier, faster way to identify.
Branding a cow.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's exactly.
And
what
then it just kind of transitioned out of that.
Of
yeah, which
to a point.
To a point.
To a point.
Yes.
So I would always have some misgivings about people who have a tattoo below the sleeve line, and now I am dealing with someone who is highly possibly going to be interwoven into my future.
Indeed.
And I can understand where, because it took me until my 30s till I truly understood what tattoos meant. Tattoos are counterfeit power. Now think about it. I mean, there is something about people that they are trying to augment the body.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Body modification.
Body modification. There's something about them. It used to make me think they were a bad person. excuse me, and then it made me think that they were a weak person.
Mm-hmm.
But tattoos make me see someone who is an insecure person now.
Sure.
Okay, because tattoos basically is body augmentation. Tattoos are placed, in my opinion, people seeking power.
Sure.
People seeking position over others because of the impact those tattoos have on. In other words, if you weren't around other people,
sure,
if you were alone and you didn't interact with other people, would you get that tattoo? No, your tattoo is there so it has impact on the people around you, not you. They'll express it that way.
Sure.
Because that's the way their attitude and approach has been formulated by our society. Mm. But technically, if no one, it's just like covering it up. If no one would ever see it, would you still put it there? Would you still obtain that tattoo if no one, absolutely positively no one would see it?
I suppose that also has to do with the fact that some people will get tattoos as a like a remembrance of something or something that's deeply personal to them.
Right. Now I can understand that.
Yeah, that's why people ask, hey, what does this tattoo mean? Because they're looking for, this means this to me. But a lot of folks nowadays, better or for worse,
it's an invitation for someone outside yourself to interact with you and ask you an explanation based on that. Who is this person that you are remembering? Who is this person's name on you with the date? Okay, if they never saw it, if the person never asked you, if society was never interested in what it is, and I mean this with, Mabel, that's my woman right there. Her name's Mabel.
Yeah.
Okay. What if I never saw that? Mabel died, 2021.
Yeah.
Okay. Who is this person? You see what I'm saying?
Sure.
It all has to do with interaction from the outside. Because think about it like this.
Are you suggesting it's more of an ego thing?
I think there's an ego in there somewhere. Because I don't understand why, if someone didn't bring it up, if someone wasn't, exactly what are you advertising? Okay. You probably could sell some of your skin to Oscar Mayer Bologna. Woo! Okay, I got Oscar Mayer Bologna on my forearm, which means, what if you have a deal with them and you say, oh, hey,
that has happened.
That has happened. I'm going to, exactly. Yeah. It has happened. I've seen it. I used to watch boxing matches and they would get tattoos, especially the late 90s were quite an interesting
I can imagine
buffet.
Jesus.
Okay, where boxers the new .coms,
they literally got these .coms tattooed into them as advertising,
and
Jesus
fought
Christ.
in a ring as they were a walking billboard.
My God.
And got a check. So that
is some dumb shit right there.
I personally wouldn't do it. Okay,
I know.
They've got to figure out why they do it, and but I don't want to. To me, this.
I will say this.
I guess I could be paid enough to be somebody's bitch.
Sure.
But it's really going to be expensive. Okay.
Yeah, I know that. As it ought to be.
As exactly as it ought to be.
No, I get it.
So if no one saw it, it's like, the whole, if a tree falls in a forest and there's no one around, does it actually make a sound? If no one could see it,
would you still get it?
Would you still get it? Exactly what is the motivation for you having this quote unquote permanent mark on you?
I would say my personal motivation would be, but I would have to go to someone who was like legendary tattoo artist.
Well,
basically to have a piece of artwork with me,
right,
all the time.
Well, and that's how
that would be my reason to
take a look at the motive that generates that type of perspective. Okay, where'd you get that tattoo? And then you say somebody's name, and they'll go, oh. But if you say somebody's name that nobody knows, and they'll go, who the fuck is that?
Yeah.
There's no empowering aspect to that answer. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I mean it from a perspective of literally taking a piece of artwork with you.
I mean, I get that.
But then again,
I mean, and I'm just not. I wasn't raised to be a fan of.
I'm not trying to convince.
Augmentation.
No, I'm not trying to convince you to be a fan of body augmentation.
I know you're not, because you won't.
I'm coming at this. I am coming at this from the perspective of how I look, how I dress, how I feel is for me,
right,
and not for anybody else's amusement,
right.
So I would get something for me,
right. I mean,
because
I've met those people.
Yeah.
I have met people who have a very personal tattoo in a personal space or a covered space that, unless they were wearing almost next to nothing,
you would see it.
You would see it.
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of understand that. A lot of that, and it was my experience.
I will say this.
Yeah.
I have seen the most. I remember very, very recently. I've seen the most practical tattoo in my life. One of the most practical tattoos.
Yeah. And
it was okay. I know there's the sleeve, which is the arm. I don't know if it's still called a sleeve if you do it for the leg, but tattoo sleeve of the leg. Yeah. And it was this woman who, I don't know why specifically, but she had apparently she had tattooed it was like a full leg tattoo of like it looked like pantyhose, like to a garter belt. And I'm like, you know what? I may not do that, but that is cool as fuck.
Yeah. Well, what exactly is that person's emphasis in life that would cause them to
be a secretary? I don't know.
No, not be a secretary, to have such a tattoo.
Yeah. I thought it was just practical.
To me, honestly and truly, the most practical application of tattooing that I have ever seen is Ozzy Osbourne having his eyes, around his eyes, to have black tattoos so he doesn't have to put on eye makeup.
How's that different from the pantyhose story? It's bigger, smaller?
Pantyhose. Who's the pantyhose for? If you're wearing jeans.
Maybe it's because this person likes... What are we talking about?
What I'm saying is what is the motivating factor behind people's is pushing them to have... I mean, what's the application? What's the real world application? We can talk about something else.
Yeah, I would rather, because I'm just
obviously, because you, I think I'm taking you in a direction that you're not entirely comfortable.
I'm just saying, let it go.
Oh, okay. All right. Let it go.
Okay.
100 episodes.
Here we are. So... Alright, so, let's see, 100 episodes. Already talked about the tea story, already talked about that. Oh yeah, I remember we were talking about this young woman who my boss does not like because she yada yada,
right,
blank. Anyway, so... A couple days ago, it's like early in the morning, and we get to talking about her because my boss is a gossip.
Right.
And that's how I know how these things get spread.
Yeah.
So. And they start talking about, it's like, so I mentioned that this individual who is, not of legal drinking age, I said, you know what? You're getting your life and your shit together. If some bullshit happens at your workplace, that could count as a legit emergency instead of, alongside being sick or someone dies or a car wreck, because you're a kid and shit happens. You're like in the restaurant business. That's not a positive environment. It's not reasonable like most office. I would assume an office building would be like, oh, these are the hours. Like, okay, so is it, what is it? Less interference. And my boss and the chick she was training at the time, they're like, "Oh, I would be even harsher on this woman, you know. I'd be even harsher, like, you know, no, work is not at all an emergency. If, you know, you have your session taken away." And I'm like, why? She's barely an adult. She's working at like fucking fast food, you know, fast food. Her mom's paying for it.
Right.
And if she fucks up and loses sessions, she's gonna hear from her mom, not from me. And they're all like, you know, like, well, you gotta be harder on her. It's like, you know, it's like, you gotta give her responsibilities. And I'm thinking to myself, I am not her mother, but you two seem to think you are.
Right.
And that just came to, like, it was a big epiphany to me.
Right.
Maybe my approach is wrong. I'm willing to admit that.
There is definitely a difference of generational expectation.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Oh, you kids don't know anything. You're not going to. But we're all getting ready to get our definitions reset.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that. Yeah. I'm not saying be gentle to the point of letting them do everything.
Right.
But at some point, I, as a trainer, have to go, you know what? I'm only responsible for you for the hour that you pay for.
Oh, exactly.
And I have said to myself, you know what? I am not going to. There's almost this weird energy of like this. I don't want to call it this twisted form of motherhood, but I've seen it in many people where it's like this person keeps like falling over, landing on their face, and they keep helping them back up, and they keep falling and tripping on their face, they keep helping them back up.
Well,
you know, it's what drives my boss, who, if she sees any of her clients in public eating something they shouldn't, she goes over there and just smacks it out of their hand, or just tells them to stop eating it. It's like,
maybe she feels that's what they're paying for.
Okay, then I don't personally believe that.
I guess some people would want that.
Sure. But I'm not going out of my way to track your ass down.
No.
Or to stalk you on social media to make sure you're eating right. That is insane.
Right.
Because I'm not your mother.
Right.
And for one reason or another, my boss, she's very much engaged in that, I guess.
That hovering mode.
That hovering helicopter parent mode.
I got you.
You know, I don't know if it's...
No, I'm like that too. I'm like, I don't...
It's like you're a person.
You're a person.
You're a human being. You have a brain. Act like you got some sense, because I'm not going to spoon feed you everything.
Yeah, because if you're too dumb to do this, then you're
you're too dumb to just be here.
To be here, to be involved in this process.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway. And I'm not going to wear myself out because you need someone to keep
you in line constantly.
Keep you inside the line.
No,
I don't do that.
No, I don't do that. No. And that's basically what that argument between me, my boss, and her client was for.
I've run into that for 30 years in my profession. It's like, it's not just patients. It's staff, doctors.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't want to sign, and he doesn't want to put him. I was like, fuck him. Okay, he's a doctor. He gets paid a tremendous amount of money to get his ass in here and do his job. He can sign his name and date it.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm not going to follow him around.
No.
I'm not his mother.
Exactly.
And if I have to do it more than once, then I'm going to draw him down and say, you know, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Okay, are you 12?
You 12?
I had a conversation with Bro one time. Are you retarded? Okay, is that what's going on here?
Jesus.
You have some kind of mental deficiency that I don't understand. Don't say that. Don't call me that. Then you know what you need to do. Okay, you've been raised as well as with love, in spite of any mistakes made by me and the matriarch.
Indeed.
And we love you. And
fix it.
Fix it. Okay.
Figure it out.
There comes a point where you have to. Don't you have compassion? Yes, I have compassion.
No, there's no. You don't. I don't have unlimited compassion.
No, I don't, and nobody is. And I don't care what any kind of belief system is involved here. Okay, there is a limit.
There is a limit.
There is a limit. There is a number that once you reach that you go, oh, okay.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Yes.
That's it. Okay. All right.
And even then, I wouldn't follow any religion that says you have to, as a human, you have to have infinite compassion. And it doesn't exist.
And I can tell you from personal experience and exploring the belief system based on the Nazarene, that
infinite compassion and forgiveness,
infinite and ultimate. There is forgiveness. Oh, what about? And this is the way the scripture reads: 7 times 7, and then the Nazarene said 70 times 7, but 70 times 7 is 490, which means there is a limit.
Yes,
there is not universal ultimate forgiveness. There is a limit. And once someone goes over that limit, then they're on their own.
Indeed.
Okay.
I get it.
It is that type of thing that allows you to be the victim of someone who refuses to get their shit together.
Whether they're aware of it or not.
Whether they're aware of it or not.
I know. That's why I choose not to engage in that.
Yeah. It's not a belief system thing.
No.
It's you have to draw a line on people and you just say, hey.
Yeah, you can't stand there getting beat up forever. It's pointless.
It's pointless.
Jesus.
People will turn or they won't.
And that's just something else it's weird. It's almost clinical how I'm just dissecting the people that I train and work with. And it's just like, is that, and I'm thinking to myself, like, is that what the fucking problem is?
Well,
like, it's this overbearing helicopter parent energy.
Right.
And they're both trying to tell me, like, I'm too soft on people. And I'm like, I'm soft by telling people, hey, you're an adult.
This is what you're paying for.
This is what you're paying for. I don't have to change your diaper.
Right.
You're not a child.
Yeah,
I'm too soft by cutting people a break by saying, hey, life happens, but don't abuse it.
Don't abuse it.
Shit.
Yeah.
It's like,
You're actually empowering them. See, what I see, what the other people do, I see that as enabling them. In other words.
Oh, I know that.
Well, what people do, here we go again.
Sure.
What people do when no one else is watching is who they are.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, if you can't trust that person to go to a restaurant
and order the correct thing, yeah,
then nothing you do
is gonna fix it.
Is gonna fix it.
Exactly.
Okay.
And actually, that whole mentality of my boss finding people in public, I don't think she actually tracks these people down. I think it's cool. I'm hoping that's not the case.
Yeah, I hope that's not the case.
That better not be the fucking case.
Sounds like some Ted Bundy shit right now.
Yeah, and I will make every excuse to leave if that is the case.
Right.
Because I don't put up with stalking. Anyway, so what had happened, here's the thing, that whole mentality of your trainer finding you in a restaurant and telling you, hey, you should have ordered this. Why are you eating a fucking steak with all the fixins, you slacker? Here's the thing. Here's what's going to happen. Number one, it might actually engage that part in people, and I know that part in people that's like,
yeah.
Oh, like they take it as a challenge and they're going to continue to eat bad. They're just going to do it in more and more private places.
Don't tell me what to do.
Don't tell me what to do. Yeah.
No, you're paying me to tell you what to do.
Yeah, you're paying me to tell you what to do. So that's going to kick off a rebellion streak in some folks. And in a lot of others, they are not going to appreciate their private non-training time.
Some people will appreciate it and some people won't. And the people that don't appreciate it,
they won't go to that trainer anymore.
If they want to throw their money away, it's their money.
It's their money.
That's why nothing will change for them. That's why they won't lose weight. That's why they won't get the health and the body that they want.
And that's also why I don't get uptight when that happens.
And that's something that you have to accept.
Yeah.
It doesn't have anything to do with you.
No.
Okay, you're just a tool. Technically. You're a tool. Yes, I am. Thank you very much. You're paying me to do this service. but the rest is up to you.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, and I can tell you from years of working in ER trauma, you cannot make an addict stop being an addict until they choose to not
stop.
to stop.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Okay, all the rehab. I have seen people, and I have watched this, and I have a very good friend of mine that has broken my heart to watch her stand by with her 2 sons who are just addicts, and she gives them chance after chance after chance after chance.
And you had to tell her to let them go.
And I told her over and over again, you are going to have, it doesn't mean they won't come back.
No.
They will come.
They will.
The only way they'll come back is if you let them go. But if you don't, well, they may die. Well, you know what? If they're going to die, it doesn't have anything to do with you. They're already on this path.
Yeah, they're adults. They're making their own decisions.
They're already on this path to death. Okay. All right. And the only impact you'll ever have is if you just say, okay, you know what?
Bye.
You're doing this. She has compromised her life.
Ugh.
She has compromised all her belongings. She has compromised her retirement. She has compromised her youngest child for these 2 older boys.
Who just won't stop.
So
the only thing left is to let them go.
You have to let them go. You have to cut them loose.
Which is unfortunate, but you have to do it.
What else is there?
Oh, I know.
Okay, you've done everything. You're in debt up to your eyeballs.
There is nothing left you could do.
Are you going to give your life? Because guess what? If you die, they're going to keep doing it anyway. You're going to have to show your displeasure by saying, you know what? You're out.
Yeah. I know.
That's easy for me to say.
Yeah.
And that is a difference between a masculine and a non-masculine perspective that I have seen. And I have studied.
What, just keep giving and giving?
Well, there is a difference between. It's like the matriarchal faith systems versus patriarchal faith systems. Matriarchal faith systems. There is this element of a matriarchal faith system that the matriarch, the goddess, never, under any circumstances, ever says, you're done, you're out, you're going to have to go away. Okay. Where that element does exist in a patriarchal faith system.
That's why you need both.
That's why you need both.
Yes, because there's a balance.
I saw something one time, it was a very interesting article that talked about a chimpanzee mother that had an infant that had a chimpanzee child.
Yeah.
And it was very codependent. And the mother never made or never technically had her offspring technically leave the nest.
Sure.
And this chimpanzee infant cling to her.
Yeah.
All the way through his adulthood. From infant to child to adulthood.
Yeah.
And it literally wore her out to the point where she passed. She died.
Because he was just so physically big.
He was so physically big. She was
getting older. He was getting
older.
bigger.
She still did all the things that she had to do when he was an infant. Like go find him food.
Oh, yeah.
Go hunting
Instead
for
of
him,
getting him at a certain point to do it himself.
Getting him to do it at a certain point.
And I'm assuming this child's son didn't last long after she had passed.
And after she passed, he literally laid down and died next to her.
Yeah, exactly. Because he wasn't prepared to be alone.
He could not function without her application.
Yeah, that's why you need both.
That's why you need both.
So
it's very interesting.
Oh, I know.
And it's hard to do sometimes.
Yes, I know that, but that's kind of why I brought this whole thing. Part of why I brought this whole thing up, because I'm looking at the 2 of them going. Now I know you did not just attempt to shame me for constantly being on top of somebody, even when they're not here, even when they're not when I'm not getting paid for my work.
Yeah, that costs extra.
That costs extra.
You want me to stalk you and kick your balls?
Oh yeah, that's extra.
That's extra.
Oh no.
You gotta bring that up in the okay, if you want me to give you shit.
Yeah. Oh
If I
no,
catch
it's
you out
weird.
with
It's
your
fucking
family,
weird. Yeah.
and just wade into you right there in the middle of a restaurant, that's going to cost
That's gonna
more.
cost extra. Yeah, it's fucking weird. I don't understand I just don't understand her approach. I'm just like, I'll give you an example.
Right.
One of her clients.
Right.
Like a little, this was, one day, she and this other person, they were splitting the hour. They had their workout. She, my boss, she had to leave early because of, she's trying to get another house, secure another house again. I don't want to talk about it because I'm done. So, she goes out and she leaves early and this other person leaves, and then one of these clients, they kind of stay behind. They're like, calling or talking to somebody. And I trained my person.
Right.
So I close up shop, and as I'm driving away, it's like 6:30, somewhere in there. I see this one client of my boss's coming out of the Mexican restaurant a couple doors down from us with her husband with to-go bags.
Right.
Like little doggy to-go bags, like not they're picking something up and take something like leftovers.
Like they've eaten and
they're taking the leftovers.
Okay.
And I see her, my window's down, she sees me, and she gets a look on her face. I have never seen someone go from carb-sploded, just completely just dizzy with how much they've eaten, to sheer horrific confusion. She almost looked like she was about to puke.
Busted.
And I said to her, I ain't no snitch, put my sunglasses on and drove away. Okay, I didn't put my sunglasses on, but it was cooler. But no, I told her, I ain't telling her.
Right.
And I drove away.
Right.
And I didn't.
Right.
Because that's not what I do.
That's not what you do.
No.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna give people shit if they want to eat out. That's fine. None of my business. If you wanna slow your own results down, just don't get pissed off at me.
Yeah, at the end of our training.
Yeah.
Don't go, oh hey, I should have lost more weight.
Yeah.
It's like, you're
the one that was eating like a fucking pig.
You're the one eating.
Not giving me food logs when we told you to. Yeah.
And if you really want, and then see, that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
If you really want to achieve these results,
you're gonna have to eat this way.
You're gonna have to eat this
You're gonna have to not eat the cheese and all this stuff.
Right,
but anyway.
Right.
All right.
No, I get it.
It's just, I know I complain a lot about my boss. I mean, what else is new? That's kind of been a recurring theme throughout most of the podcast anyway. So, just me shit-talking my bosses. But it's not without reason, damn it. I'm not perfect either.
She's not a bad person.
She's not a bad person.
Yeah, she just has a different approach than you do. That's all.
I know. And it might end up costing her everything, which, you know what? Maybe that's necessary.
It might be.
I mean,
Is this what it takes for you to learn? If you
learn. I mean, here's the thing. She got kicked out of her house. Her landlord didn't renew her agreement. Gave her 30 days to pack her shit up and leave. That car, her Mustang,
that has to be a lease.
That has to be a lease. I never directly asked her, but I've never heard her say she owned it. And she's the type of person that would brag about owning a Mustang.
Okay.
Which, cool.
I don't know why you'd pay off your car and not have
not a house. That's my and not
really?
And it's a sports car too. It's not even like a sedan or anything like that where you could potentially sleep in it as an emergency. If you had to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm that type of person, just because I ain't got the capital to get a house, but we're going to fix that soon. Yeah. Thank God. So, leasing the gym space, doesn't even own the gym space,
right.
refuses refuses her own son's offer to stay rent-free at his place so she can build up a nest egg.
Now, is he the type of person that would hold that over her head?
No.
I don't get that impression from what you've said so far. So this is just a hang-up that she's got.
Yes.
And you know what? Even if you have to eat a little bit of crow.
Oh, yeah, of course.
If you could save up enough money.
Uh-huh.
And get
That's
a nice
worth eating
place,
some crow.
that's worth eating some crow.
Yeah, exactly.
What exactly are you trying to accomplish here?
Exactly. So I'm looking at all of these things going, something's got to give. And I know myself well enough to know, it's like, I've said this numerous times, I'm not the one that I am not the person that bails out a sinking ship.
No.
Let me phrase that. I'm not the person to bail out somebody else's sinking ship.
You're not going to go down with their ship.
No.
I'm not going to go down with your ship.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
My ship, yes.
Another person, a stranger.
A stranger's
somebody
ship,
I work
no.
with, no.
I don't die for someone else's cause.
I don't find any honor in that. There's a whole lot of people that didn't
They do.
virtue signaling bullshit.
You know what? I'm
is
happy for you.
All right. If you just want to be
if
you just want to be a footnote in history, then go ahead and die for some stranger. That's fine. Okay. And I'm not talking about from the perspective that I saw it.
Sure.
In my youth.
No, I know that.
With my minister father.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about just a person on the street. I don't know.
Yeah, just a person on a street.
I mean, I don't know if that's your destiny, then you know.
I don't know.
Then you won't have a problem with it.
Indeed.
And we won't be talking about it.
Sure.
Yeah. Because that'll just be the way it is.
So, yeah, that's just kind of how I see the whole thing, is if the gym gets even slightly threatened, you know, it's
I just can't.
But because here's the thing, I know it's going to happen.
Yeah,
Maybe not anytime soon, but I know when it's going to happen because, like I said,
3 years worth of opportunities.
Yes.
For that to happen.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I can't understand why she wouldn't.
I don't know.
He's not living in the house anyway.
No.
It's an empty space.
Yeah, for 2 to 3 months.
2 to 3
you know
months.
how much she could fucking, we actually did the math. Those two actually did the math.
That's ego right there.
It has to be.
And that'll bury you.
Uh-huh. So and here's the thing. I know
who's an egomaniac at one time in my life.
I'm aware.
That'll bury you.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And I know it is going to happen, not just because we got a good 3 years, like you said, good 3 years of opportunities for something to sink the financial security of that joint. Something.
Right.
But also, like I said, she's a gossiper. And she'll muse about stuff like, you know, it's like, oh yeah, this lease, you know, man, like my landlord, he, you know, it's like by the time when I renewed the lease, he went up in price. I don't know, because she'll muse about like, oh, the lease, you know, she'll talk about like that, like, you know, this landlord, and that's when I'll go, oh, it's time.
Yeah.
And I can start putting in applications or just formulating them. Whatever.
Yeah.
You know, we already mentioned the typist stuff, which you seem to be chugging along nicely.
I'm enjoying it.
Good.
I just want the ability to. Well, I need to make. Well, the matriarch offered to put a second mortgage on the house here.
No.
To get money to trade, and I was like, absolutely
not.
Cannot trade with money you're afraid to lose.
No.
Okay, so I gotta figure out, and what I do for a living pays the bills.
Yeah.
So I need to figure out how to make some extra income.
I know I'm building up my nest egg. I can contribute my cut.
So
that's fine.
Yeah.
So no, I get that. I'm just like, oh, I know what I was gonna say. Now here's the thing.
Yeah.
My boss is not an evil person. But I've already prophesized the day that I quit my job.
Oh, really? Well,
yes.
Okay, that happens.
No, I'm speaking it into existence.
Sure.
Because here's how it's gonna break. Here's what's gonna happen. Here's exactly how it's gonna happen. I may not think she's an evil person. She is not an evil person, but that don't mean I like her anyway.
Right.
She's okay, but at the same time, it's like, oh my God, woman, you're gonna bury yourself and this place, and I am not coming with you.
Right.
Oh, no. So here's how it's gonna happen. I'm gonna wake up. It's gonna be early in the morning. And there is a fucking storm outside. I mean the type of storm that makes your teeth rattle storm.
Really?
Just lightning and crashing. I want it to be raining so hard that it causes issues getting to the gym.
Okay.
I want that final trip to that gym to be difficult and strenuous and stressful because it's the last time I have to make that journey, a lasting impression.
Right.
So I won't go back because I'll remember that last time I went up there. Man, it was raining cats and dogs. It was thundering and lightning. Everyone
Beware
drove.
the comic book reference.
Oh, I know. Everyone's driving real crazy because of the storm. Oh, it's gonna make me grit my teeth getting up to this place. And I finally
rock you like a hurricane.
All right, scorpions. And take it easy. And then I make it to the gym and I go inside. I have a very brief discussion with her because I don't want to drag this out because I know she'll keep me there as long as humanly possible.
Sure.
And I will just say, thank you. It was an honor to be in your service, but I must go. And I hand her the key and I leave. No goodbyes. Well, yeah, goodbye, but no long flowery speeches, no conversations, because like I said, she will keep me there longer than I am intended.
Right.
And I'm like, no, I'm done. Like, this is it.
Like, get off me.
Like, get off of me. There has been some points where it's gotten to that point.
All right.
Yeah, it's not comfortable. Anyway, so I hand her the key and I walk out the door.
Right.
And almost as soon as I walk out that door, the clouds are going to open up some. It's going to stop raining so hard. It can be cloudy. It doesn't have to go sunny immediately.
Sure.
But it can stop raining like a motherfucker when I get outside those doors. I'm going to walk to my car. I'm going to get in my car. Lock the doors. Block her on all social media. Block her off my phone.
Right.
Turn on the car. And immediately go to the donut shop. I'm getting 24 donuts.
Okay.
I'm going to tell the staff, hey, pick whatever the fuck is going to go in here.
Yeah, you got some pent-up latent hostility going on there.
Oh, yeah.
Rawr, 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 rawr.
And that is how I'm celebrating.
Okay.
Don't question me.
I'm not.
Because I'm done.
Apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Well, gotta have a plan, I guess.
Yeah, that is the plan. I put it out there, and I want it to happen.
You keep speaking and it will.
Good.
Better be careful, though.
I'm not trying to cause that. I'm not trying to cause the sky to cave in. I'm just saying, hey, I want this to be an unpleasant journey so I remember to not go back.
Well,
because oftentimes that's
if you've
how...
already planned your exit,
yes.
You might as well start working on it.
Oh, I know. I'm just taking my time.
Because
What?
No, I'm saying, I mean, if you already have it to that kind of detail,
granted, I have been thinking about it since the incident with the dude that kept tapping her on the ass, because I'm like, oh, I cannot.
well, it's like the situation I'm in.
What are you in?
I'm in a situation where the right job comes along, I'm out. I've already planned it out.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just tired of where I work.
Mm-hmm.
I have a good boss.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
She's a decent person.
Yeah.
Probably the best boss I've had in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm so beat up from the COVID beer flu.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're done.
2-3 year. I got post-traumatic stress disorder every time I walk in that place.
Yeah, you're just done.
And I'm just ready for something else.
Oh, I know that.
So,
No, and I don't blame you.
And if you're ready to leave, then it's really not them.
No.
Technically, it isn't.
It is.
You're just ready to go. You're ready.
I know.
You're ready to go do something else or work for somebody else.
No, I get it. I'm just ready for this, for just some kind of at home job, because I'm just done waking up in the morning, driving a fucking hour to get to work.
Yeah, it's a drag.
For people who don't even show up. I take their sessions, but at the same time, it's like, well, what the fuck am I going to do for an hour? If I lived 5-10 minutes away, this wouldn't be that much of an issue, but at the same time, it's like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Right.
I'm tired of, I do enjoy eating good and everything, but every now and again, I'm like, I want something. And I'm just tired of this relentless onslaught of, it's like, always fit, always working out. Always this, always perfect, always in this shape. And it's like, I don't want this anymore. This is why I work out when no one is at that gym.
Right.
One of the biggest things that she spouses, hey, even trainers need trainers. And that is true.
That is true.
But I'm just at the point where it's like, how about, can I just have an hour alone with no music and just do some lat pull downs or some shit like that? Or you know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, can I just have an hour of peace and quiet? That might be part of what the issue is now that I think about it.
You're just ready for something else.
Oh, I know that.
If it's not this reason, it'll be that reason.
Oh, I know.
That reason will be this reason.
Oh, I know that. But the thing is,
and that's where I'm there too.
Oh yeah, but the thing is, I'm making a lot of money.
Yeah, me too.
And it is pretty good. But damn. God.
I know it's a drag.
I know it is a fucking drag. I mean,
I'm with you. I'm just tired.
I'm tired.
I'm just tired of working for people.
Yeah, I'm tired of working for people too. Or I'm tired of getting up early in the morning and working for people. Yeah. Jesus. Yeah, this is exactly why you and I looked at like typist stuff, trying to get our words permitted up, coding stuff, so we can just do things on our own.
Yeah.
Not even really talk to people. So why we like trading is like, oh, I don't have to talk to people to do this, but I can do it anywhere I so chose. I mean, why would you not do that?
True.
Jesus. All right.
100 episodes.
100 episodes. Are you tapped out because you're on your phone?
No, I just didn't want to interrupt you.
Oh, well, I'm just mildly irritated at the whole thing. Because I'm just in this state of, she's not evil.
No.
And maybe part of the problem is me. I'm just, it's like I've said numerous times, I don't like to go out and recruit people to be on my payroll. But part of being a trainer is you have the ability to go out to like the fucking grocery store. I know. Be sociable.
I'm just not.
I just don't.
You have to go be vulnerable in front of people.
Yeah,
and
which
I just don't.
But here's the thing.
I can do it. I just don't enjoy it.
But here's the thing, though. This is something that I've learned over the past couple weeks. I don't mind being sociable. But I can't be sociable while I've got the trainer mask on.
Oh, with that motive?
With the motive of, come to this gym. I can't chat somebody up, asking them, I can't chat somebody up, ask them questions, and with the intention of, come back to this building you've never been with and work out with me, then give me money.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's like, I'll talk to people. I have the handpan workshop. I talked to them like there were people, asked them their experiences.
I mean,
but I can't do it as the trainer.
Some people's natural ability allows them to be able to do that without issues.
Sure. I can't.
For me, it causes me problems.
Yeah, it makes me even more awkward because I have this part. It's that awkwardness that prevented me from being a really good closer for a number of years, is because I just can't walk up to somebody and hard sell them.
Right.
You know, I have the ability to close with people, but I just don't have any inclination
I'm not
to...
good at making deals with people. I'm good at enforcing deals that they've made.
Sure. It's what you can do.
It's, it's like, I told a buddy of mine when I visited him a long time ago in another state, I was like, this person owes you $3,000. Yeah. Point them out. Yeah, point them out. I'll get the money out of them.
And that's what you do.
That's the way I'm wired. Oh yeah. Okay.
I am more wired to be in a position where I appear to be more wired to be in a position of like receiving these things as they come in through the door, not necessarily seeking them and bringing them to the door. Right. Hence why the majority of my clients, with the exception of the dance folk, they come through the website. I don't go out and recruit them. And I'm told constantly, these leads from the website should be considered a bonus. And I'm like, but I'm comfortable. I can live off of what counts as the bonus. And I can save lots of money for the big push on these quote-unquote bonuses. And they stay with me. Why? Because they sought me out. They made the decision
that's why,
seek me.
That's why I'm looking for being able to make a living or make an income at home.
Yeah, exactly.
I would definitely, if I had we're training with the whole transcription thing.
Oh yeah.
If I had the ability to do that, I would definitely.
You would do it.
I would already be in a different job.
Oh, of course.
Because there's a job that I turned down about 2 months ago. That. I need about 36 hours a week. Sure. And it only guaranteed 24 hours a week, which I would love to have. Sure. I would love to have
if the price was right.
I mean, and it was more money, but I could not. I needed 34 hours a week. Mm-hmm. Based on
our income or something.
34 hours based on the pay that they would pay me. I needed 34 hours.
Oh, I see what you mean.
And all they could guarantee was 24.
Oh,
and that's why I'm still doing the job. And I'm trying to backfill that. Mm-hmm. If I can develop a way to make
just be some kind of transcriber or something. Something. I've seen some of them.
Side job.
Yeah. Something. Hour here, couple hours there. Yeah, just something. Yeah. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
So, blah. Yes, I know, I got some pent-up stuff, but you know what?
A lot of pent-up stuff.
So what? So what?
Didn't you do yoga today?
Yes. Nothing wrong with being emotional.
No, not.
I'm not out of control.
No.
I'm just saying out loud what I want to happen. This is how I feel this will take place. Okay. And any morning I wake up and it is a clear day, I know that today is not that day. So I don't worry about it.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
It's a manifestation. It's not me plotting revenge. I'm not doing this with vengeance in my heart. I'm doing this as this is what I have to go through in order for me to not look back. In order for me to let go of the rung on the ladder to go to the next one. Okay. I have to... It's like...
I'm not angry about it. I'm just curious.
Oh, I know. I am. A little. Because I'm still...
What's the frustration?
The frustration is I expected more from her. The day... When I told the story of the day of that dude who tapped her on the ass 4 or 5 times...
Oh, you lost respect.
I lost my respect for her. And her going on about getting kicked out of her house. Here's the thing. I will never, ever
We're talking about something completely different.
Okay, so are you kind of catching my drift a little bit?
I'm getting.
Okay, I'm not trying to confuse you. I'm not trying to trick you.
No.
I'm not trying to
You're
make
not
myself
making
bigger.
her less.
No.
She's just not.
I'm just
worthy of your.
I guess I'm just disappointed.
Association.
You know what? That's probably the best way to explain it.
For you to call her boss.
Yes.
For her to be in a supervisory.
Yes.
Upper position.
This is why.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
Here's the thing.
I don't want it. I had a boss like that.
Yeah.
She would like party and pay some of my coworkers to come watch her kids while she would go get drunk.
Exactly.
And I'm like, you know what? I don't have any respect for you. Or not much respect for you.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to diminish her. No. I'm not trying to diminish her.
I get it. Well,
here's the thing.
All right. First,
yeah.
Let's just get this out. First of all, you are completely. It is completely understandable why you feel the way you do.
Yes.
But before you move on, you have to forgive her. I
will. In time.
Because that is the only way you will get through this. You have to.
Yes.
And sometimes that takes time.
Yes, I know it will take time. And I know I am angry now. I am in the mood. I am in the point of view of. It also kind
of means you care for her a little bit.
Yes, no, I will not dispute that.
And that's kind of.
No, I will not dispute that. Yeah. I did have.
You can't deal with this type of these feelings in this interaction without verbalizing it.
Oh, I know.
And I congratulate you.
Yes. For
being aware enough to understand that you have to say these things.
Yes.
And it's okay. And the failings that I have exhibited in front of you and Bro and the matriarch, you all you can do is understand that you didn't necessarily make the right decision at the right time, but
yes,
then you have to be open and honest about it, and you have to ask forgiveness and move on.
Yes,
and that's all you can do. Yeah.
Oh, here's my water. No, I understand. This is why my favorite boss, who is technically my friend, that I'm. Let's go. He was my favorite because he understood how I operated.
Right.
He would leave me alone because he knew I was competent enough to do my job.
Right.
And if there was a problem, he knew I would bring it to him because that's what he was for.
Right.
But and that built a lot of trust between the two of us in a workplace environment, because if there was a problem and I brought it to him, it would either be solved or somebody else would solve it.
And your current boss does not interact with you?
Not necessarily, yes.
And I don't know if she's capable of learning.
That's the other part. That's the other part that's just a bitch of it.
You might just be in her life to take her to the next level, and that might be your application to it all.
And I have no problem, but I just don't have the inclination to teach it. That's the thing.
Well, sometimes association is all the teaching.
I can do that, but I cannot be expected to be a teacher like that.
Yeah, no,
I am like hypothetically, like to be any sort of spiritual teacher or like true yogi, I would have to be in a certain headspace in order to be that.
Well,
like your dad, he had to get into a certain headspace before he got up to that pulpit.
Right.
I'm not there yet.
No.
If she or anybody really, if anybody is meant in the grand tapestry of the universe, however people want to describe it as.
Right.
If I am meant to be a true teacher, like, standing in front of them or sitting them down and going, this and that leads to this, like an actual teacher.
Right.
I'm not there yet.
That's okay.
I'm not in that, and that is okay.
You're leaning in that direction.
I am leaning in that direction, and I'm aware of it, and I'm trying my best, which is the most important part.
That's the most important part.
Honestly.
You're aware of it.
I'm aware of this, but I'm not there yet. I would like to be there, and I'm trying to.
Oh well,
I don't want to. I don't want to force it. No.
And you can't.
No, and I guess the main thing
it corrupts it if you force it.
Yes, it does. The main thing that stops me is the whole "don't cast pearls before swine" thing.
Yes.
Because that's what stops me a lot of the times. It's why I
Well,
it's probably why I. It's also probably why I It's also probably why I'm not very happy with my boss and with this person I have deemed the picture of unhappiness.
Has she already dismissed you in some way?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
And since then, it was like, no. It was that day. Okay. It was the day she initially told us that she was getting kicked out of her house, and I grabbed and I held her hand, and with a level of certainty that I rarely show people.
Right.
Or not certainty. Well, yes, certainty, but also sincerity. Sincerity. Yeah. A level of sincerity that I don't often show people. She was on the verge of tears. She had 30 days to pack her shit up and leave. And I grabbed her hand. Right. I said, "Ma'am," her name, "listen to me." You know, and she's Pentecostal, so I figured this was like one of the better ways to reach her. I said, God does not close one door without opening another.
You have to use the language that people are.
And I thought that, you know, and I tried my best to convey that. I said, "You will get through this. You've survived worse.
Sure.
You know, you've survived. You know."
Did she dismiss you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. She didn't confirm it. She just kind of looked at me, teary-eyed, but very blankly. Like, not hopeful, not antagonistic, just very blankly looking at me with, you know, just tears welling up in the corners of her eyes. And I just got the sensation of, that didn't do anything. Maybe it did.
Planting a seed.
And that's all I could do.
It's like being a good parent. It takes 20 years for those
to really bear fruit.
And actually it takes 40 years because you have to see your grandchildren.
Yeah, that is true.
So all you can do is plant the seed, and you just have to be content.
Yeah.
With the planting of that seed.
I'm trying my best.
Do your best. But don't take it personally.
Oh no, I don't. I'm just
jump up and say hallelujah and hug you and kiss you.
Oh yeah. I don't take it personally because, well, ever since I was a teenager, this has always happened where I would say something, whether or not I understood how profound it was, and it'd just be brushed off. Again, I'm not trying to say I'm the smartest son on the planet.
They're looking into the face of someone who, being younger.
And somehow having the voice of reason is a bitch.
Yeah, it is.
And I know you and I are not the only ones who've experienced this. I know Bro's experienced it as well. Yeah. Sometimes I don't think he tells us about it, but I know he has.
But I know he has.
Yes.
I know he has.
So, no, it's not. No, I didn't take it personally. I knew it was going to happen, but at the same time, I was just like, you know.
Well, I mean, you can't back away from that type of situation and go, oh, okay, well, fuck you.
No,
you
and I didn't.
Do that, and you can't have that in your spirit.
No, I'm trying not to.
You just have to. Yeah, I know. It
is a pain in the ass.
It is a pain in the ass. It is a pain in the ass.
And it also pisses me off because it's like, this is the one person I shouldn't have to say this to.
Because you have a relationship with them.
Yeah, and it's like she's the one person that also needs help the most, but she's also helping other people too.
It isn't enough strength that you have shown that you stay while everybody else leaves.
Yes,
that she can depend on you more than she can her own blood.
Exactly.
All right,
which is fucking weird, and I'm not 100% comfortable with that.
She's just not self-aware.
I get it.
Okay, and maybe she will be one day.
Perhaps. That's
fine. All you can do is plant that seed and then move on.
That's fine.
And I'm with you. Hey, it took honestly and truly.
Sure.
Okay, it took me at where you are at your age. It took me until my 40s, to understand and be comfortable with having that type of exchange with people. Because when I was your age, I was just as angry and pissed off about it too. Because I'm like, what about this don't you get? But there were stumbling blocks that they have in their life and their experience that don't have anything to do with you.
No.
Nothing to do with you.
Because
and
it's
taking
just
it
them.
Personally.
It doesn't serve anybody.
It doesn't serve anybody.
Oh, I know.
Sidetrack you. So there you go.
Yeah, I don't think,
Good.
like I said,
just don't
I'm not.
lose sleep over it.
I'm not. Oh, I don't.
Good.
I
I'm
don't.
glad to hear that.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I have to be in the mode to move on to something. Move on to something else. And I don't dislike being a trainer.
Right.
It's just, I just keep saying to myself, if I knew my trainer was going to start off to do his own thing, and if I knew, if he hired other people, if it wasn't just going to be him, I would have followed him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I keep saying that. It's like, it's like, she's not evil, I just don't want her to be my boss.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Right.
Ugh. I don't know, it's just like...
No, I get it. You have been introduced to people in your life that were in a...
They just kind of burned. I think my last relationship burned that whole thing of taking everything personally out of me, because that was the only way for me to accept what had happened, because the soap opera I didn't sign up for fucked me up, man.
Yeah.
Again, I don't want to bring this up, but it's just like, why did you guys do this? Why did I even have to be involved if this was just the course that you were set upon anyway?
Right.
Because it didn't have anything to do with me.
It didn't have anything to do with you. Yeah.
And they didn't mean it personally. I didn't mean it personally, ultimately.
For some reason, they couldn't stop themselves.
But for some reason, they couldn't stop themselves. Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's just... It's whatever. And it just kind of burned that out of me. It's like, oh, it's just not personal. I started looking at everybody else going, everyone's dealing with their own dumb shit to the point where when they interact with people, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's not personal. They're dealing with their own stuff.
Not really. I mean, and I spent decades in a rage, and everything was personal. But it really wasn't.
No, I'm just glad I know that.
People dealing with the fallout of their own insecurities, and I'm losing sleep and they're not.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you have to get past.
And it's this weird interaction with some of the people, with some of the people that I interact with, because it's just that whole thing of why I'm cutting this young woman slack rather than the other people I train. I'm just like, she's not my daughter, and if she
well, I mean,
it's not personal.
You have interacted with a very I don't want to say empowered, but a very specific group of your me.
Yeah.
Your Taekwondo instructor.
Yes.
Sun Tae Yang, Grandmaster Sun Tae Yang. You interacted with people who were much older, and much wiser.
Yes.
I'm sure they all made stupid decisions too. God knows I
everyone fucks up.
Everyone does.
Everybody.
And then you run into someone who is your boss and lacks the ability. It's almost like you're not worthy to be my boss.
Yes.
I run into that, and I hate that too. But see where I am, especially at my age and my life experience.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Who's going to fill that?
Exactly.
Who's going to take that position? Okay. I teach them more than they teach me.
Exactly. And it's like, who is truly worthy to be my boss? That's the question.
And I'm sure there's, I mean, for me personally, I'm sure there's an element of ego that is involved in that.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm not expecting these people to be, I'm not expecting anybody to be perfect. It's just, how about this? Don't fuck up harder than me. Does that make sense?
I think that's fair.
As far as like a corporate ladder, boss, manager, supervisor, employee, employer, whatever position, how about don't fuck up harder than me on the ground floor?
I think that's where a lot of problems come
from. Or if you do fuck up, say, hey, I made a mistake. I fucked up. I'm sorry. I will take my lumps. Yeah. Take my whipping. Yeah. Let's move on. And I can accept that.
Oh, you were raised on that.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that are not.
I'm finding that out.
Yeah, they're not. And that's why they never progress to where I ultimately believe people are meant to be.
I know.
I think everybody is meant to be happy. I think everybody's meant to be
I agree with that
content.
too.
But you have to accept.
You have to do some soul searching, motherfucker.
You do have to do some soul searching. You do have to realize, hey, I made a mistake here. Yeah. I'm gonna have to.
There was.
If it makes me less in someone's eyes, then that's just what I'm gonna have to do. But then I'm gonna apologize for it.
Sure.
That's all I can do.
Indeed.
That's all I can do.
I remember I remember coming across something. It was like how if I know. I think it was I remember someone saying something. It was probably something off a video. It was talking about the generational aspect, like basically what's supposed to oh God, how the hell did they put it? Each generation should be an improvement of the previous.
Oh.
Meaning they said it in a context of...
That's evolutionary.
Oh, of course. Yeah. But they said it in a context of, oh, hey, this thing didn't work out for your sister or your mother or your dad, but that doesn't mean it couldn't work out for you.
Right.
That was their life. That was their decision. What if it works out for you?
Right.
So don't always allow these petty insecurities of like, this didn't work out for me, so it'll never work out for anyone else ever. You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Oh, that's egomaniacal in a way that's, that's a big problem with a lot of people.
Uh-huh.
They're thinking
they think I have the final say.
Well, in other words, my definition of this interaction is, and that is totally all ego.
Oh, it is.
It's all id. Mm-hmm. If it didn't work for me,
yes,
then it won't work for you.
Exactly.
And that's just an unrealistic perspective.
Indeed, it is. So
I think so.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and that taints a lot of things that go on today.
Yeah, it colors a lot of interactions, and it definitely causes a lot of. I think the term now. I think the term nowadays. I don't know what the hell you guys called it, or even if you did call it something. I think it's called generational trauma. Yeah. Where it's like these bad habits that started with one motherfucker a couple decades ago just cascades through the line.
Well, personally, I think the culture currently is devolving.
I'd say that, yeah.
I think it peaked, and I think we're devolving.
Yeah, that's why I'm not 100% unhappy to not have kids.
Yeah. And
I would like them, but it's too much. Everything is just too fucking much right now.
I mean,
like the answer isn't no. The answer is not right now.
Not right now.
Like no, it will come and it shall.
It will,
but not right now. This is
not. You're not trying to push it.
No, I'm not.
You're not.
If it happens naturally, then it just happens naturally.
It happens naturally,
and I expect that.
Yeah.
No, I don't want it to be contrived. It just fucks up the whole process.
No, I just think culturally.
Also,
yeah.
No, you finish what you just thought, because I had a thought the other day.
We're at a point where we've reached the end of we reached the end of a particular cycle.
I'm about to start another one.
And there is going to be, for lack of a better expression, there's going to be a crash, so to speak.
Yep.
And
we're going to short it.
And
actually, speaking of which, what the fuck is Litecoin doing?
It's going to roll over and restart, so to speak.
Good.
Yeah, that's where we are.
What is Litecoin doing? Because I think it's doing the thing that I mentioned it was going to do a couple.
Well, it was a wave 5 of 5.
Yeah, I said it was going to. I said a couple days ago it was going to try to hop up one more time before going back down, and I think it did. I don't know actually.
I think it dropped into an A wave.
Good.
And then it should go back up into a B wave, and then ultimately it's going to drop back down to a lower C wave.
Well, then if it goes back into C wave, does that mean it's going to impulse up?
See, that's where I'm having issues with It's the end of the 5-wave sequence.
Yes.
But anyway.
Anyway,
we'll get there.
I know, this just sucks. Because we have all of this information on how to succeed, but we can't do shit if it's going sideways.
The market's going sideways. Well, we know enough to stay out.
That is true. We know enough to not do anything.
Because there are people right now that keep losing money hand over fist because they won't stay out.
Yeah. And sometimes that's happening.
And that course that we took says that you will, once you become a trader, an expert trader, you will stay out. You will stay out
more often than
you were in.
Oh, I agree with that.
So
because I'm operating off the basis of I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at, so I'm not going to touch it.
That's right. That's exactly what.
Because sometimes in life, the only winning move is not to play.
Not to play.
And right now, it is not the time to play.
It's not the time to play.
And it pisses me off.
I know, because I enjoy playing.
Yeah, I love this game.
Yeah,
it's one of my favorites, along with Eternal Darkness. I'm on my third playthrough. I'm fighting Chaturga. Yeah. It's going very well.
100 episodes.
100 episodes! And the oven doesn't fucking work.
Yeah. Well, but
it better come Tuesday. Yeah, the oven died. And in related news, the oven died. I've been staring at a frozen pizza for the past week. I've been staring at it since Labor Day.
I might have to get some frozen stuff tomorrow myself.
Motherfucker. Yeah, I am running out of chicken.
Yeah.
I don't mind microwaving that chicken, but I'd rather not. You know what I mean?
I understand.
Yeah. Like, it's like, look, like, no, nah.
No.
Fuck. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I'm just miffed at everything. Well, not everything.
It's a nice fall day today.
Yeah, it's a nice fall day today. Yeah, a couple days ago, I finally figured out that we were, in fact, in fall.
Yeah.
Because the air had a bite to it.
It did.
And I was like, I missed it. I missed the soup. I might actually break down and get a pumpkin spice latte for the first time in my life this spring.
Ooh.
Fuck it.
You're out of control.
Yeah, I know. Hey, the world almost ended like 2 years ago or some shit or whatever the hell. I don't know what the hell's going on. Fuck it.
As close as you've ever known. So
you know what?
Whatever.
You know what? I'm tired of all this bullshit of we should hate this because of certain people, only a certain people that we don't like this also. And it's like, you know what? Fuck this. I
just can't live that way anymore.
No, I can't either. How about, it's like the longest time I was like, avocado toast. What the fuck? Listen to all that bullshit.
Yeah.
And finally I developed my own recipe for it. And hey, guess what? I like it. I fry some eggs over easy. And I put it on top of it. On top of the avocados and toast.
Yeah.
Guess what? I'm tired of hating stuff for arbitrary reasons.
Yeah.
So I'm going to experience it and hate it for actual reasons.
Awesome.
Does that make sense?
Does to me.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, I have hit like 80% full fuck it. The only 20% is like stuff around here in my job. Everything else is like, you know what? This is my favorite pair of pants, and you know what pants they are.
Absolutely.
I'm going to wear them. What?
Roomy.
Yeah, they're very roomy. I'm going to wear them every single fucking day, and I'm going to order like 5 more in different colors because I love it so much. I don't care We have the secret. We have the infinite money glitch in real life.
True.
Why not get a jump start on the eccentric rich person bullshit? Why?
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Why not? No, you know, it's like, what the fuck did Louis C.K. said? If he had $1 billion, he would like, what, buy, I swear to God he said this.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Louis C.K., which I know it's not, you know, can't like Louis C.K. no more, but this is actually a good reason why you're not supposed to fucking like Louis C.K. because he's a dipshit.
Yeah, that's just dumb.
Yeah, people don't like Dave.
Cross a line.
No,
but he
didn't just cross the line. He did some dumb shit. No,
all Chappelle did was just
tell the truth. And or tell his opinion.
Tell his perspective.
Perspective. He wasn't. I've seen The Closer.
But he
wasn't hateful. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was the problem with Louis C.K. But anyway, Louis C.K. said something like, if he was like a multi-billionaire, he would buy all of the Major League Baseball teams and have them all wear dresses or some crazy shit like that. And I'm like, why can't I do that now?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, I make my own matcha sometimes when there's milk in the morning. I'm going to yoga classes. I'm, like, sound baths with the crystals. And I'm like, why can't I do my woo-woo dumb shit? Because miraculously, because of my spending a lot of my formative years with you guys out in California, has somehow given me this miraculous ability to have left-leaning style of clothing because we grew up in the West, in the fucking Bay Area, but somehow have non-left-leaning opinions about life. Does that make sense?
It does to me.
I'm like, what the fuck, why?
That's why I have long hair, but I don't.
But you're not.
I don't think like somebody with long hair.
Exactly.
Because there is a reality to this world that I got introduced to at a very early age.
Yes, you fucking did. Yes, I'm aware. It just freaks me out sometimes because I was even like up at the handpan workshop, and I went to the tea house after which, and I'm like, I dress like these people. They look like me. They don't bat an eye at me at all.
Right.
Like, they don't ask me questions, like, what are you wearing? What does it mean? They just accept it.
Right.
But I know but when we speak, we don't line up. It's almost like I'm an imposter, but I'm not. But this is just how I dress.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right, I do.
So I have this bizarre,
your brain works.
I guess.
That'll be an insult to some people. They can kiss my ass, but the truth of the matter is that there's a reality to this world. You can be delusional about it if you want to.
But here's the thing: is I want to believe in it.
I know, I do too.
You know, it's what I said when I saw the Multiverse of Madness, the Doctor Strange 2 movie. But granted, I only saw it because of Sam Raimi, and I will continue to do that until I die or until he dies. The latter is probably more likely.
Yeah.
Maybe not. He invented. I don't know. I'm willing to bet there will be some Sam Raimi fans who will invent a new form of necromancy just to keep his dumb ass alive. I'm willing to bet someone's figured it out.
AI. Sam Raimi AI.
Oh God! Don't even get me started on the people who are on the guy who invented Dwarf Fortress. Anyway, so. I said that there was some parts in the movie that was like, it was obviously a blue check mark of a list of, like, it was almost like a checklist of diversity, which, here's the thing, I'm not saying representation is terrible.
No.
But please let it be organic.
You can't just throw it.
You cannot just shoehorn it.
No, you cannot.
You cannot just checklist. You cannot just run down a checklist to make sure you get your brownie
points.
points.
There is no difference between what is going on today and, say, the first Star Trek.
Oh my God.
Movie. Okay? They just shoehorned some bullshit story because they knew that there was an established audience.
and they were going to see it regardless. So they didn't have to try as hard. That's literally what's happening today.
Well, the problem is that the audience
is starting to run out.
The start is not gonna stay.
No, they can't. Here's the thing:
there's economic factors starting to play. You can't just throw bullshit money at something because everybody needs their money to pay for gas and food right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
Yeah, you done fucked up when Mulan failed in its targeted demographic country.
Well, see, I'm gonna tell you something.
That's when you know
more that it goes on. And that was something that I thought maybe we'll talk about today, but we won't. Maybe we'll talk about it next time.
Perhaps.
It seems like a negatively calculated, like the quote unquote the Great Reset. It sounds like there's this negative connotation.
But maybe it needs to happen.
Maybe it needs to happen.
Maybe it's going to happen regardless.
It's going to happen regardless.
Doesn't matter.
And
because it's not personal. It's just what's meant to happen.
Yeah, maybe people need to maybe less food is going to be grown because people need to eat less.
Yeah.
Maybe there is this massive population of people moving into North America because North America needs them.
Perhaps. To
take the jobs that people in North America no longer want to work.
Such is the nature of these things.
It
always happened. Even Rome did it, except they did it with slavery.
Yes.
They literally would just conquer their neighbors just to make them build shit at their home city.
Today, slavery is the same as low wages.
Yeah, that's for damn sure.
You no longer own people per se.
But you can indebt people, which is a form of it.
Which is a form of, exactly, indebtedness. Is a form of ownership.
Like, I'm not look, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm not 100% against the whole borrow loan thing. I wish we didn't have to do it. But I'm just saying, if hypothetically, here's an example. Say you own like a car rental service. It's really small. You got like 3 cars, but you take care of them.
Right.
You charge the fee in case, something gets roughed up or banged up, so you can have it repaired. But you got 3 pretty decent, very basic cars. Right. You operate this car rental service out of. Okay. So you're thinking, hey, I'm doing very well with just these 3 cars. I want to take it to the next level. So what you do is you see, okay, I don't have enough capital for a 4th car, so I'm going to go take out a loan to get a 4th car. Therefore, it'll increase my revenue. Therefore, I can pay back the loan, and technically I will have bought this 4th car, and I can go from there.
Right.
That's how it's supposed to work.
Right.
But when people... And this is a 2-way street, by the way, this scenario. Number one... You cannot go get a loan for your business and the 4th car is say, I don't fucking know. You initially start with like three Honda Outbacks. Just something basic.
Right.
And then for your 4th car, you get a big ass loan for like a Lamborghini. What you have to pay for an upkeep of a Lamborghini is so far different from those other 3 basic cars that you're losing money just by having this high octane expensive shit that you didn't really need to begin with.
It's called a hay burner.
Yeah. You basically sank everything into getting a hay burner because you thought it was a good idea, or you thought...
It's like being a farmer and owning working horses and then buying a racing horse because it looks good.
Yeah, because it looks good. It's not going to serve you.
It's not going to serve you.
No. And the 2-way street comes from the fact of, it also comes from the fact of the person who needs that 4th car, who is going to get like another basic car. The 2-way street comes from the fact that the lenders are not going to strong arm or tie the debtor or debted one arm behind the back and bending them over and scalping them for money until the end of time.
Right.
By giving them a bad deal.
Well, that's
Don't make a bad deal for yourself, and don't cause a bad deal to happen to someone else.
That's exactly what credit cards do.
Exactly.
You think they're giving you a deal. They're not.
No.
They're enslaving you.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh,
I can pay it back later, but that later will come.
That later will come.
Uh-huh.
And you'll pay a lot more than the value of whatever it is you use that credit card to purchase in the first place.
Indeed. So just just think about it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
And materialism is pushed so much.
It has been it has been pushed to the point where hypothetically,
why buying a car next summer is going to be a tremendous value.
Yeah, I know, and I know you and the Matriarch are going to jump on that.
Yes, there'll be a lot of repossessed cars.
Yeah. I wonder how car repairs are going to be, because I definitely need to get Jareth tuned up. I'm thinking about that myself. Not like a big tune up. We gotta look at his fuse box real quick.
You need to take it to that place down here.
I thought he was retired. Or am I thinking of the wrong person?
Go past where the Papa and Nana live.
Yeah.
And there's a garage there.
Oh, that guy. Okay,
you need to pull in there and say, "Hey, this is what I want."
Okay, we'll
take care of your radio too.
We'll see about it. We'll look at it then.
Yeah.
All right, so... Because here's the thing. Right now it's brewing that there's potentially a WW3, which...
I guess there's always a WW3.
I suppose there's always a WW3 somewhere. But here's my question. Number one, the world is flat broke because of the panini. Like, this is not a secret.
No.
Just the sheer amount of people hospitalized and they're trying to save their life, and all of that accumulated spending to not have the human race die.
Yeah.
That is just utterly bottomed out the majority of the fucking planet.
That's what I think has happened.
Oh, yeah.
We were already overextended.
And that just pushed us over the edge.
And that pushed us over the edge.
Okay,
and I think it was purposeful. That's just my perspective.
Sure.
Because think of the timing of it.
I don't know. I'm still working with the fact that it had to have been some kind of... let me phrase that. If it was intentional, it had to have been intentional by somebody more powerful than you or I have any reason to understand. Because... when the panini started, it started in a particular country that was west of Japan. That's what they said, literally what they said.
That's what they said at the time,
They said, hey, this came from this city. Yeah, it has not changed. This came from this city in this particular country, south of Russia.
Yes.
Which, here's the thing, that's just news.
Whatever.
That's whatever. But here's the thing also, this could not have been orchestrated by that country's government, because they have had the rug pulled out underneath them as well, and they are scrambling.
To a point.
No.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. Well, here's the thing.
They're in the hole too.
They're in the hole too.
With us and with everybody else. So they had nothing to gain either.
The original origin of the beer flu was the term a wet market.
Yes.
And that meant this...
live animals were sold.
Live animals killed on the spot.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now...
Because that's just the nature of the market.
That's the nature of a wet market.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a look at this. This country that we are speaking of, that's west of Japan, has had wet markets, for thousands of years, for billions of people, and now
something got loose.
Now, where it
didn't it cause the bird and swine flu a couple years ago?
Let's look at this realistically, okay? Let's look at, wet market, sanitary conditions. Are you telling me that sanitary conditions now are worse than it was 50 years ago, 100 years ago, 1,000 years ago? Of course not.
Of course not. No, I understand that point. No. I agree with that point.
I don't believe it was accidental.
No, I don't think it was either, but I don't think it was by this country's government. Not wholly. That's what I'm saying.
I agree
because
with that.
they had nothing to gain from it.
They had nothing to gain from it.
It'd be one thing, I don't know, hypothetically. Hypothetically.
Right.
They unleashed a virus, this government purposefully did, like we know it, and the cure for this virus originated in one area of the world. Their backyard. Then I would give pause because then they can upcharge people for to save their lives. Because that's zombie movie 101 right there.
I would have the cure first.
Yeah, exactly.
Before I would release
That's why I don't think it was purposeful by this government entity, because they had nothing to gain.
I think the creation of it was not accidental.
No, it was not. I don't believe that. I believe that.
I think it getting out may have been. I think they were playing,
I agree with that.
I think they were playing around with something.
They were playing around with a bioweapon, and someone apparently had a bright idea to go outside.
And somebody left with the sniffles one day.
Yeah, and it just got into the wet market because they had to do their grocery shopping
by the very nature of it created, you don't know you have it till 7 to 10 days after exposure. So they all went home. So the release of it may have been an accident. Yes. I'm willing to accept that.
I'm willing to. Yeah, I believe that myself.
So
but yes,
they attach that motive to them.
Sure.
But the creation of it was not.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
No, you as someone who works in the medical community, you understands how it works on a medical level.
It's so perfect. It's
like influenza with flash pneumonia.
I said the very beginning, it's like someone drew it up on a chalkboard.
Really?
Oh yeah. When you break down exactly what it does and exactly how it affects people. Really? Yes. It's so perfect.
It's calculated.
In other words, basically what we're saying is if you believe its existence is accidental.
Sure.
Is people are saying that nothing like this has existed before.
Sure.
In the thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of years of human and non-human creature development.
Sure.
And then all of a sudden right now,
something out of left field.
It raises its head.
Yeah.
I just refuse to believe that.
I agree with that.
Okay. All right.
I understand.
Every disease that is dealt with and treated in North America has its origin it's been known about.
Sure.
Okay. HIV.
Yeah.
Was originally SIV, which came from simians or ape, chimpanzee, monkeys.
Simians.
Okay. Every other virus, avian flu.
Yeah, from avians.
Come from birds.
Yeah, from bird.
Variations that
swine
came from
flu, swine, pigs.
Come from pigs.
Yeah.
Okay. This beer flu.
Has no known origin.
I am not aware of anything like this existing prior to 2-3 years ago. In any way, shape, or form.
And the way
they can say
runs...
it's from what was the scaly Patagon coming from a bat.
I don't know.
All these different possible animal sources.
But they couldn't come up with anything solid.
They can't come up with anything solid. To me, they have taken something and basically, I guess, to give people the benefit of the doubt, they basically, I want to believe that it was created so they could create cures.
That seems sensible.
They would have stronger cures for more dangerous pathogens. But then it got out.
Oh, yeah.
So...
Oh, I know. But then my question is, if the world is bankrupt, essentially, over trying to prevent it countdown to extinction, essentially, where's all that money? It had to have gone somewhere.
It's gone somewhere.
It went into somebody's pocket.
It's in somebody's pocket.
That's my question.
It's just like 2008, I've always said. They were like, so many trillions of dollars disappeared.
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't.
It went into somebody's pocket.
It went into somebody's pocket.
Or somebody's.
Well, plural. A lot of people think this BlackRock.
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
This hedge fund. This $10 trillion hedge fund.
All I know is they were smart enough to not get involved with GameStop.
Run by their AI trading system, Aladdin.
That's what you were telling me to look up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But there's always another level. Because I have read this many times, just in the course it says that there's a level of there's an entity, a group, a collection, a gathering,
whatever.
It's like people that think, Bill Gates or Elon Musk are the most wealthiest people on earth. No, they're not. The wealthiest people on earth, you don't know their name.
Because they have the ability to make it so.
I mean, you telling me that somebody that had, basically the Bible talks about Abraham. Okay, Abraham basically in the Old Testament, Abraham was basically the Bill Gates or the Elon Musk of his day.
Just because he had the most camels.
He had the most camels. He had the most understanding. He was an astute businessman. And that wealth has been passed all the way down to King Solomon. And King Solomon, the wealth of King Solomon is well established.
Mm-hmm.
Where is that wealth at?
Somebody's got it.
Somebody's got it.
Oh, I know.
Okay. The wealth that was created in the Roman Empire, the fall of Rome.
Yeah, where's all that?
Where is all that? A lot of it, honestly and truly, is at the Vatican, in my opinion. I
shows.
I can't see that.
From what I remember, it showed
any public entity being more wealthy than the Vatican. It just doesn't exist. I mean, they spent hundreds, thousands of years having people give them land and gold and.
Oh yeah, I understand that.
So.
That actually might be why they have a ruling why their priests can't marry, but other sects and religions don't have that rule.
I think it has something to do with hereditary title.
It is hereditary title. I think they made them.
They're the ultimate. It's like the government of North America. Mm-hmm. That's something that a lot of people have been learning a lesson with with Orange Man and the last presidential election. There is a third entity that exists outside of right versus left.
Indeed.
It is the machine.
Yeah.
Some people call it the deep state. I call it the machine. It's just whatever it is.
I call it the cancer man people.
And that works.
Yeah, you call it the machine. For me, it's the smoking man.
It's the self-perpetuating system that is in place that doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be the Orange Man. It could be the current president. It could be the president prior to the Orange Man.
It does not matter.
It does not matter. If those leaders cross this machine, they will feel the wrath of it. Mm-hmm. And I don't think there's anything can be done about it.
No.
I think the Orange Man tried to buck it, and it is kicking his ass right now.
It appears
is he going to get through it? I don't know.
Fuck if I know. Yeah.
Are we going to be better on the other side of this? I don't know.
I don't know either.
We'll see. Time will tell.
Indeed.
And we'll talk about it then, too.
Indeed. All right. I'm hungry.
Me too.
And I'm running out of steam. So, 100!
100!
100. All righty. Well, that's it, folks. I was your host, Bel-E.
And I was your co-host, Mr. Scratch.
And we'll see you guys next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
Bye.
If you're